Alright, let's see if we need to do some editing. Okay, cool. Should be good. Alright, so last session, let's review what happened. You guys left Phandalin. You got confronted by some wargs. And then you guys reached the forest, got lost a little bit, and eventually found your way to Cragmaw Castle, where you encountered King Groll, who wanted to come talk to you, or wanted you to come talk to him. And he asked you to go find his son and kind of sort out his whole not having an heir situation, and promised to give you Gungeon Rockseeker, your employer, in return. So you guys agreed to that, went to go take a boat, and on the way out you found a hobgoblin named Targar Bloodsword, who also wants the throne. And you guys got to the docks, you got to the river, you guys kind of went all the way back to Posek, the big city, and you passed through a skirmish of elves and goblins over there. You guys got to Posek, and then you went and stayed at the temple and took a rest there. And you talked to Nordred Ironstone, who wants you to establish a temple in Phandalin. And then,
or shrine.
You guys went to the Boisterous Bard for the 1 o'clock show of Bouvord, the bugbear. You guys then talked to him, and you got him to pack up and leave, and then you went to the original cave to go kill Ymik, the goblin who seceded from the Cragmaw Kingdom, and found out that he's not there. So you guys killed some wargs there, and you guys ended the session. You guys are at full health, Nigel's at 6 health, and Bouvord is about half health. And you guys are at the cave so you guys are free to do whatever you want to do.
Well, after that excursion, I feel like we need to go after him. Sounds like he's up to no good right now.
Right.
So I guess we should we'll head back to the cart and make our way back to Posek. Not to Posek.
Phandalin.
Alrighty. On our way. I think we should probably go at a quicker pace than normal on the way back to the cart.
Okay. So that will take you about an hour. And so yeah, it's currently about 6 p.m. Okay, so 7 p.m. You guys get back to you. Well, you guys don't really have a cart. You guys took a cab there.
Yeah.
Right.
So you guys kind of are just back on the road at 7 p.m. Because you guys hired that guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then he went back to Posek after you guys went. Because you were gone for a while. Yeah. So, you guys are back at the road. Are you guys just going back to Fandolin?
Yeah.
Yeah, because didn't the creatures say that he was on his way
Yeah.
to Fandolin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So hopefully we can intercept him before he gets there.
Okay. So, you guys are just going to move at a quick pace the entire way?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That didn't take you. So that'll take you about 3 hours to get there. What's your guys' walking order as you guys are going along?
I'll be somewhere in the middle
Okay.
with Droop.
I'll take a front.
Okay.
There's probably the bugbear in front of me. Nigel behind me.
Nigel behind you. Deacon in the front. Okay. So yeah, you guys are just kind of go along the road. As you guys are traveling, the sun's kind of setting and it's getting nighttime. By the time you guys start reaching Fandolin, it is definitely like dark. It's 10 o'clock. And it's very overcast. The moon will kind of peek out every once in a while behind the clouds. But yeah, it's kind of just an overcast night. And you see a couple figures up ahead. As you guys are approaching Fandolin, you see just two figures just up ahead. And you can't really tell what they are, like who they are, what they're doing, or any of that. You just see some figures.
Can I do a perception check to see if they're like goblin size?
Yeah.
Alright, perception. Where'd you go? There it is, so I get +4. It's a 14.
14. So there definitely is a goblin-sized looking fella over there. And there looks to be like a human-sized fella there too. Kind of talking. Well, looks like they're kind of yelling.
I'm gonna start sneaking over there. What were your thoughts? Maybe we can listen in, get an advantage on the situation.
Yeah.
Alright. Stealth mode activate.
Okay. So there's a path that's kind of like leading up to where they're talking, and it's towards the entrance of Fandolin. There's woods on both sides, and yeah. So how are you guys gonna like? What's your approach? I know you guys said you want to go stealth mode, but
Yeah. I'm probably gonna double in through the woods.
okay. On what side?
What's the left side?
Left side. Okay. And what about you?
I'll take a right side through the woods.
Okay. And what about the other people? What about Buvor and Nigel?
Buvor with me, Nigel with.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth for all y'all.
I get a 15.
16 for me.
Okay.
18 for Nigel.
And then, are you gonna roll for Buvar?
I already did.
Okay. How do you do?
He got a 17.
Perfect.
Okay. And then what is your guys's all of your guys's passive perceptions, just in general?
My passive is a 14.
Where's mine at?
Also-
Yeah, mine's a 14 as well.
Okay. What's his? His is 11, so not nearly as good. And what is Nigel's? Is it a 14 as well?
Here it is. It's 11.
Yeah.
That's the perception.
Okay. So, yeah. So you just see them, kind of up ahead, and you start approaching, and you can hear Yimik is up there, and he's talking to Barthen, and he's kind of growling at him, and he's like, Where are the people? And Barthen's like, What people? And Yimik brandishes his little, like, rusty scimitar at him, and he's like, The rope people, the charlatans, where'd they go? I'm gonna cook them for dinner. And Barthen just, like, looks scared, and you guys see kind of coming from the town, Halia Thornton with, what's his name? This guy. I may actually say the wrong name, but it's okay, we can retcon his name. Owen Metchin, remember that one red brand guy you guys met a few sessions ago?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like a month and a half ago. So I don't know if Owen was the name I used, but we're going to go with that. So you see Halia and Owen kind of coming up behind him, and you just, and you hear Halia go, I need you to stand down. And Yimik growls back at them. You don't stand a chance against all of us. I heard that you guys don't have any protection now. And Owen's like, well, we've got us. And so then Yimik starts getting ready to get into a fight with Barthen. And he...
May I, at this point,
Mhm.
shoot my, Well, hold up.
Second
Can't I...
time.
Yeah, well, can't I cast a, I'm gonna get a spell ready.
Okay.
How far am I... No, well, I can't do that. How far am I from him?
You are about 45 feet. And I'm
45
assuming
feet?
you're about 45 feet on the other side.
Alright,
Although, the way they're positioned, you're probably closer to 50 feet.
May I cast Guiding Bolt at this time? At the little goblin dude?
Go ahead and roll initiative, and because he's actually going to attack Barthen.
Oh.
So, depending on where you are in initiative, you may be able to do that first.
Let's see. Where's plus initiative? So that's a 14.
Okay, you got a
Right.
14? Okay.
Also 14.
Okay, who has the higher dexterity between you two?
I got a dexterity. We're the same.
Okay, who wants to go first between you two?
I mean,
Okay. Roll for Nigel.
Nigel's got a 9.
Hey, Nigel.
Okay, keep that in mind. I gotta write down some things. So, what's Nigel's, the stuff?
What do you mean?
His initiative. Or
Nine.
Dexterity.
Or
Dexterity.
his dexterity
Yeah.
is also at a 16.
His modifier.
His modifier plus 3.
Okay. So,
Yeah, do you have a plus 3 modifier too? Oh my gosh.
okay, hold on. So you're next, right? Equius.
Yeah.
And then we have Deacon, and then we have Nigel, and then we have 4. And let's see where Halia goes. Halia got a 15, which is tied with Yimik. So,
Oh no, so I don't get attacked first?
mm-mm.
Man. I'm gonna just come out and just be like, "Jah!"
Okay, so as you're getting ready to cast your spell, you see Yimik up ahead. I can't tell this is a... Oh yeah, it is one. Okay. You see Yimik start charging after Barthen, who's pretty close, and he trips instantly and just falls and starts scrambling back up. And then with that, Halia starts yelling commands back to Owen and trying to tell him to go run and get some help. And we are up to Equius already.
Yeah, alright, I'm doing the guiding bolt. Alright.
Okay, hold on, before you do that, what's Guiding Bolt do?
Guiding bolt, a flash of light streaks towards the creature of your choice within range. Make a spell range attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant damage. The next attack roll made against the target before the end of your next turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light gathering on the target until then.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
Does a... So I got... Does a... Yeah, does a 18 hit?
An 18, yes, an 18 hits.
Alright, 4d6. Rip Yemek. I hope. So 4... So, wait, hold up. 4 plus
17.
17 damage.
17 damage. You blast him like 5 feet forward, and he just looks terrible now. How much did you say it was? 17, right?
Yeah. Because it was 3 4s and a 5.
Okay. Yeah, he looks terrible. He does not look like he's in fighting condition anymore. And with that, we're up to Deacon.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go for it.
Oh.
What'd you get?
Total 9.
Total 9? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of goes over his head. You like shoot that as he's flying, thinking you're gonna hit him, and it just misses. It would be really cool. It was a pretty...
Well, it says the next attack roll against this target before the end of your next turn has advantage.
Okay, go ahead and roll again. See if you actually do make that trick shot.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so you see, this is what happened. Go ahead and roll damage, and I'll explain what's happening. So he
8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, so he hits him with Guiding Bolt and blasts him, and you like shoot Eldritch Blast, and it goes under him, but then the Guiding Bolt pulls it back, and it just hits him the other way, and just like snaps his neck, and he's like his face is facing his back, and he's just laying there on the ground. And Nigel's up. What's Nigel gonna do?
What can Nigel do? I mean, but maybe Nigel should be perceptive, because obviously there's probably more than one of him.
Right. Search for any more.
Okay, have Nigel roll perception.
For any more attackers. In the trees.
Total of 20.
Total of 20.
Yeah.
So he can see on the left side, and he's with I wrote Deacon twice. He's with Equius. He points out that there's 2 goblins like 10 feet to the left of where Yemek was, kind of in the trees, and 3 wargs. And that's all he can really see.
Nice.
Yeah. Anything else for him?
Can you say that out loud towards, even at the people, like hey?
Yeah, he probably yells something along the lines of, "We've got more company."
Nigel's voice, love it.
Is he gonna do anything else? Because he can attack now that he can see them.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a warg and a goblin close to him, and then there's 2 wargs and a goblin kind of behind those ones from his perspective.
I guess go after the goblins.
Okay.
With a crossbow.
Okay.
14.
14 does not hit.
With.
Next we have Buvor. And so he starts looking around too. Actually, probably should. And so then he's next to you, Deacon, and he runs up, and you see him go swing his what is it that he has? His giant morning star at Goblin, and the Goblin barely ducks out of the way. Next we have the wargs. So there's a couple wargs that go up and jump behind the goblins up on Buvor, and they both try and bite him. Wow. Okay. What the heck? They both got ones. So that's
The
fun.
odds.
And then
Statistics.
3 wargs run out on the left side. You can hear them going through the brush, and jump out at you guys. And there's another guy. We got. Does a 14 hit against Nigel?
That's
No,
exactly his armor
yeah.
type.
So that does-
defense wins.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Defen-
No, it's the attacker wins on that one.
Attacker wins now?
Yeah. That's how it's always been, I think. I mean, at least in 5th edition. But on the other hand, does a 13 or 12 hit you?
No.
Okay. So there's one guy who hits on Nigel. How much is it? Sorry, Nigel.
Sorry, Nigel.
Oh,
What's his health?
not Gary.
What's his health? Oh, there
How
it
much
is.
damage do you take?
Oh gosh.
14.
Okay, so he's at 2.
Well, he started the session at
Oh, at 6. Right.
6. Yeah.
All right, Nigel's down.
And then with that, the goblins start coming up. Well, actually, do they have? Oh,
Aren't
yeah.
I allowed to cast my cantrip as a bonus action?
Yeah, on your turn.
Okay.
Then goblins kind of start flinging arrows at you. Do they get a plus? So do 15s hit against you,
No.
Equus? Okay. And
That was 16 plus 2 with my shield.
okay, yeah, that's gonna hit him. And then does
Poor
a
Nigel.
12? Does a 12 hit against you?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so then. There is an arrow that does stick into Buvor, though. And with that, we're at the top of the order, which is Halia, actually. So Halia runs and attacks the goblin that Nigel had shot at. And she's going to do that. That will hit with her short sword. And so she gets a nice slash against that goblin. Right there. And with that, we're up to Equius.
Nice.
So you got Halia engaging a goblin, the one that's closest to you. You've got 2 wargs on you.
2 wargs.
2 wargs on you, and then 1 on Nigel, who is down.
Okay, well, obviously I'm gonna make sure Nigel's okay and use Spare the Dying, so I'm gonna give him a tap really quick as I'm rushing towards the warg on him.
Okay.
And then as I touch Nigel, I'm gonna like reach out my hand and so Spare the Dying obviously on Nigel.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to run at the warg that's on him, and I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna like grab his like mane and do inflict wounds.
Okay, and that's an attack roll, or attack.
Correct.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your attack.
Really spell attack. So let's see what we got here. We got what do you, was that 15? What's this?
That's 15.
15 plus 6, so 21.
Oh yeah, 21 hits. Also, I just want to say this is the most ambitious combat I've ever ran. There's a lot going on here. I didn't really realize how much I had going on.
That's 2. So I had 3d10. Let's see.
Okay.
We got a 7, a 9, and a 9.
25.
Wait, you said 2 9s and a 7, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this warg, you feel just a surge of power go through you as you just see this, like, the skin just evaporate off this warg, and it just yelps out in pain. And yeah, it just, and then the skin starts rotting, and it's just gone. Like, it slowly is. There's just a skeleton. I mean, it's not like it's. I say slowly, but it's not that slow. It's just like his skin's gone as it's yelping out, and then the blood's gone, and the muscles, and then it's just bone. And with that, we're up to Deacon.
Your god's hungry tonight.
So Deacon, on your side, you have 2 wargs. Well, there's one that's between you and Bouvor, one that's on you. Bouvor's engaged with a goblin. Not that kind of engaged. And then there's another goblin behind that one.
So yeah, so could you run that by me one more time?
Yeah, so there's 2 wargs. There's one between you and Bouvor. There's one like real close to you. Bouvor is engaged with a goblin who's on the opposite side of him as you, and then there's another goblin kind of farther back.
So 1 warg and two goblins?
2 wargs, 2 goblins.
2 wargs, 2
One's kind of staying between you and Bouvor, one's kind of like next to you, and then the goblins are on the other side of Bouvor.
I'm not too concerned about the goblins, all honesty here.
So yeah, so
Unless they got
I guess
arrows.
for that warg that's closest to me, I'm going
Okay.
to my Hexblade Curse.
Okay.
And that's my bonus action, so I'm going to go in and swish, swish.
Alright. Let's see what you got.
Nat 20!
Alright, go ahead and roll damage.
So, that's
We're just getting good rolls today. I swear.
Yeah. And they're getting. I rolled 3 nat ones in this fight for the enemy. Although the one hit that got was a really nasty hit on someone who was almost down.
So that's 2 damage dice I'm getting, right?
What's that?
It's a...
Yeah, so double the damage dice and then 1 modifier.
Okay. Total of 19, huh?
19. Oh, baby. You get such a good gash on this guy that it just, like, it does not... It looks defeated, but it's still alive.
They're bleeding out.
Yeah, he's pretty bloodied already. And with that, Nigel's down.
Poor Nigel. But he's safe. No death rolls necessary.
Bouvor turns to that warrior that's between you guys, and he swings his ginormous Morning Star.
How bad is it?
It's a 1.
You're joking.
At least it's not just the enemies; it's your allies too. It's just, man.
You have some cursed dice.
You know what? Give me one of those die over there. Just give me the black D20. I'm gonna start using that from now on. That dice, I mean that roll counts, but yeah, he misses. He just looks like a fool.
So much for the next king, right?
Yeah, right.
Rules like that.
And then there's the warg that's on you starts to run away. Do you want to take an opportunity attack?
Heck yeah.
Okay, go for it.
It's going to be miss.
Okay.
Plus 7, 12.
Yeah, so he starts running away. The other warg that's between you guys, well, that's a better roll, but it's still a 12. Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Okay. Now there's the 2 wargs that were on you. Nat 1. Nat 20.
Okay.
One of them slips. The other one, I'm very sorry for what I'm about to do to you.
To me.
To you.
Wait, why me? What do you mean?
Because this is the warg that was on you that was attacking you. Because these are the other 2. So you killed the one, but there's 3 wargs.
Uh-huh.
Okay. 5, 10, 14, 17. 20 damage.
Okay, I'm at 5 right now.
So he took a nice bite into you, and he's holding on. I mean, he lets go before your turn.
Yeah.
And then the goblins are still shooting. Maybe I shouldn't use the black die since it got me a nat 20. Don't want to be too hard on you. Okay, so the goblins, they do get I think. So one gets a hit on Bouvor, and gets him nice, and the other one misses. Okay, now, I'm sorry for this, but there's 2 goblins still shooting at you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, Hallio's over there. And they get a hit on her, That's a... So then the goblins that were over there slash at Halia, and they get a good cut on her arm. We're back at the top of the order with Halia, and she gets a hit on a goblin. The goblin that she was engaged with, and she slashes its head off. So that one's gone. And we're up to you,
Okay,
Equius.
well, since I just got, I got a pretty big gash out of me, I think a good idea would be... So I'm really confused on this. So it says casting time. Is that how long it takes to prepare?
That's how long it takes you to cast it. So what's the casting time say?
I'll do this after the battle, if anything.
What's it say?
10 minutes. So
Let me see.
I was going to try to heal some people around us.
Oh, yeah, that does take 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, no. So I'm just going to do, where'd it go? The Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
At, 2nd level. Just cause I want to, so, equal to hit points of 1d8 plus your spell casting, so I increases by 2d8. So, where's the d8? There they are. So I get to roll 2d8, and then your spell casting ability modifier, which would be what? How many spells I get?
No, it should be on your character sheet as just
Plus
spellcasting.
4. So I get +4, so whenever I get +4. That seems like a waste.
What was it?
Total...
Of 9.
It's a total of 9.
Oh, I didn't mention this, but Barthen ran back after this fight started. So Barthen's not on the battlefield anymore, in case you're wondering.
So I'm at 14. Of course my pencil breaks. Holy, too sharp. Alright, so, and I can't do anything else, so there's no more bonus actions for me?
It does not appear that way.
Okay.
Nigel's down. Bouvor is up. Bouvor swings at the goblin again. Let's see if he can...
What's with Bouvor? He can't fight.
Well, that's funny, because last time he was curb stopping that ward.
Yeah, he didn't do one.
Did you miss me?
I did miss you. It's okay, you guys are right next to each other in the order, so yeah, you're up. Go for it.
12 plus 7, 19.
19. Who were you attacking?
The warg that's still in front of me.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll damage, because that hits.
Total of 6.
Total of 6. Okay. I mean, you damage him. You get a good slash on him, but he's still good. He's still good to go. So yeah, he missed. And then... So then you see running in the distance Owen Metjin, the guy who ran off, and he's coming with 2 red brands. Owen starts running towards you to help you, and then there's 2 red brands who start coming towards you. And they don't quite make it in time to help this round, but they're there. There's the 2 orcs on you.
Are they attacking me again?
Yeah. So one of them does get a hit because you have a 15, right?
I have 16 plus 2.
16. Oh, so you have an 18?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then none of them hit. Or wait, one of them hits you.
Okay.
But just barely. And he does 7 damage to you. Are you still up?
Yeah, I'm still up. Because
Okay.
I healed myself. I'm at 14.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's those 2 wargs. There's the one goblin on Halia. Gets a hit. And that's a... So Halia's starting to look a little bit bloody now.
Yeah.
She's good still, but she's just a little bit bloody. Then there's the goblins on Bouvor. One shoots his arrow, gets a hit. One slashes his sword and misses. That's gonna be... I really hate that all the enemies are like all clumped together. I feel like I'm like... the arrow hits Bouvor and he goes down. Then the warg on you gets a... Oh, it's a warg. Gets a... Okay, so that makes it a 21.
You said war on me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Okay. And that is 5 damage.
He's getting 5 and I got like 20.
Okay, Hallie is up now. And it's almost back to you guys, don't worry. Hallie does get a hit on this other goblin. And that's a good amount. So that goblin looks bloody. Yeah, okay. We're back to Equius.
Okay.
Finally.
Okay.
I hate the way the initiative turned out. Because I'm like, this happens. Okay, we're back to you.
Alright, well, we're gonna do the, we're gonna do that sacred
Do you
flame.
want me to tell you what's going on around you?
Yeah, because I don't have the one guy coming out to help me.
Yeah. So Owen's running towards you.
Mm.
You've got 2 wargs in between you and him. Hallie is about like 20 feet to, let's just call it the north.
Mm-hmm.
And she's engaged with the last goblin over there, she looks like she's handling it. And then on the other side, there's other action happening with Deacon, and I'll recap that when I get to it.
And they're doing okay, it sounds. Except for
Boomor went down.
Yeah.
Deacon just got bit, but they've got 2 red brands coming to them.
Yeah.
So,
and also, like, yeah, Boomor will be okay. I just don't want to, like, leave the wargs. I'm thinking I should dash over to him and try to touch him and do the cantrip.
You get to use it at a range.
I can use it as a range?
Yeah, so that, if you look in the book...
dying?
Is touch.
No. So it's your class feature.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gets it. I don't remember the exact range. It's in Xanathar's guide if you want to check. I think it's 60 feet, if I'm not mistaken. You get it as a bonus action at 60 feet. So it's a really, really useful in that sense. So you wouldn't have to move. He's like probably 35 feet away from you.
All right. Well,
40. He's not 60 feet though.
If I'm able to do that, then yeah.
Yeah,
if
it has a range of 30 feet.
Okay.
And you can cast it as a bonus.
He is over 30 feet away.
Can I take a couple steps towards him so I'm able to cast it without considering it to be a dash or anything?
Well, the thing is, if you do that, you can.
But
you have 2 wargs on you, and you'll
attack.
Yeah.
Even if I take a couple steps back.
But so it's whenever you move out of their range, you get the opportunity to attack. So then you would move back in. So you would still be moving out, and that would be the reaction, which would interrupt your turn. And then you can do that. You're just gonna have to chance that.
Okay. Well, let's not chance that.
Okay.
And just proceed to we're gonna do a long rest after this.
Luckily, there's an inn that we still have room.
Luckily, and it's
that's true.
Paid for still, because we paid for like what 10 days or something.
Yeah, pretty long time.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get my just go up the warg that just bit at me. It's the least damaged, and I'm just gonna inflict wounds on it. You know?
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay, so this spell is out of the way. Let's see what we got here.
Are you casting that first level?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I can only do it at first level, right?
You can upcast it to 2nd level and do more damage.
I can?
I think so.
I only have like one second.
You have 2 2nd level spots.
Yeah, but I used one of them already.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wondering.
Should I upcast it?
I was just asking you what.
Because this warg is at full health, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'll upcast it.
Okay.
We'll do 2nd level spell. Pick it up. Right.
What did you do that was 2nd level?
What?
Was it Guiding Bolt? Was that 2nd level?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I did it to do more. So I got a 16.
16, that hits.
Okay, 16. Okay, so that means I get to do inflict wounds?
I think it's 4d10 now.
Yeah.
So roll all those.
Those are 8s.
These are 8. 4d10. These are the d10.
There you go.
Not as good. I mean, we got 5, 13,
18, 22.
22 on this warg that bit me.
You got him good.
You got him good.
Let's see.
Now he's got his skin melting off him.
Yeah, his skin's starting to look like there's a big gash along his, like on the left side of his spine.
It doesn't kill him though.
No, but he's bad. He's really bad off. Deacon, you're up. You've got 1 warg on you, and there's 2 goblins who are kind of staying over Bouvor who went down.
And what are the guards attack? Like when are they gonna where are they in the round?
They're gonna be with Owen.
So okay.
Yeah. so I don't have to roll another initiative. So yeah, so you got the warg on you, 2 goblins by Buvor, and then the red brands are on the other side of the goblins, coming towards them. Whew.
Well, focusing on this warg in front of me.
Okay.
He took a chunk off me, so I'm going to take a chunk back. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
My man.
Total 7.
Total 7. Okay. So he's starting to look a little bit bloody, and looking weaker. And now we have Owen is up, and he comes and he attacks that one warg, who's on you, and he gets a.
Come on, Owen.
Now we're gonna pull another one of these in. 12. He misses the first attack. He gets 2 attacks though, and he misses the second attack. But the 2 red brands who are next to you, they go against the goblins, and one guy gets those hits. Okay, and then the other guy attacks the other goblin. He gets 1 hit. Oh. Okay, so both of the red brands engage those 2 goblins. They both get a hit. One gets a better hit than the other one. So those goblins are looking not that great. And now we got the goblins. They're attacking back. Okay, only one of them gets a hit. Okay, that's not that much. And then we got the warg on you. Okay, neither of those guys hit. And then the goblin on Halia does get a hit. Oh, that's a good hit on her.
Rip, Halia.
But now it's back to Halia, don't worry. And that doesn't hit. Oh, I forgot the warg on you, I'm sorry. He gets an 18.
Okay.
How is the
That's-
death saving throws of our one dude?
8. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
8 damage on you. He succeeds his first saving throw.
Okay.
I'm telling you, there's a lot going on in this fight. Okay, we are back up to Equius.
Okay.
So basically, what's happening? Owen is helping you take down these wargs.
Yes.
Hallie is engaged with the goblin.
Yeah.
2 red brands are with the other goblin, and Deacon's left to this last warg by himself. So everybody's kind of like equally against people now.
Okay. Well, let's so the 2 can I do? Let's finish off this warg with some Sacred Flame.
Okay.
He has to do a spell save DC of Dexterity. A Dexterity saving throw. He has to beat a 14.
He does.
Dang. Am I within? I'm not within range of the other guy yet.
You're not.
Okay.
We're up to Deacon. Deacon, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Deacon, hey, Deacon, what you gonna do?
Okay, so bonus action. I'm going to use a spell.
Okay.
I'm going to hex the warg in front of me.
Okay. And are you gonna attack him with your sword now?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. Ooh.
18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, eat a warg. Are wargs pretty hard to hit? Like, are they? They're pretty beefy.
They're actually they're decent. The goblins are actually harder to hit, but they have less health.
Yeah, so wargs are pretty beefy. It sounds like, at least from our limited experience. Ooh.
Aww.
I thought that was a 7 for a second.
Total of 7.
Total 7. Okay, he's starting to look pretty bad now. Let's see. Now we got Owen's up. He's gonna attack that warg. That's close to you.
That's attacking for me?
Yeah. He misses the first one. He gets a nat 20 on the other one.
Okay.
So then he gets a very good hit on him.
Does it kill it? Because is this the one that's damaged?
Oh yeah, that is the one that's damaged.
Yeah, because it's like...
So yeah, he does kill that one. There's still one left on you.
Sweet revenge.
And then we have the 2 red brands that are on those goblins. So one gets killed. Good news.
The red brands or the goblin?
The goblin.
Okay, let's say, oh, good news.
He gets a crit hit. Okay, so both those goblins are down. And that's their turn. Nigel Bouvor needs to make his death saving throw. He gets another success. He got 13 both times.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then that's Bouvor. Next we got the wargs. So there's 1 warg on you. So these goblins are dead. Warg on you gets a 16.
My AC is a 16.
Gets a 5.
Are you down?
Not yet.
Okay, well, I can cast that
Last
spell.
warg on you.
On me?
Yeah. Gets a 15.
No, that's not hit.
Okay. Goblin, the last goblin alive on Halia, does get a hit. Oh, that's not that much. Okay.
You were getting worried for a second.
I'm getting worried about Halia. Halia.
I mean,
I hate
not to metagame, but she hates my religion. So.
Halia stabs that goblin through the heart.
Hey.
So we are back up to Equius.
Alrighty.
So there's 1 warg left on your side, and then Owen and Halia are kind of there to help you.
Okay.
And there's 1 warg left on Deacon's side, and he's got tiered brands ready to help him.
Let's just do that sacred flame again.
Okay.
Let's see, you guys do that.
And it's a, what is it? They got a 13. Does that make the save?
No, it does not.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
1d8 radiant.
Okay.
No, that's not D8. 5. Wait, hold up. Doesn't it? It says, doesn't it take? Would take 1d8. Cover. Yeah, so 5.
5. Okay. He takes that. We're up to Deacon. There's 1 warg on your side. And he's looking pretty bad.
Let's try and finish this warg.
Okay.
22?
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, nice.
And you've still got your hex on it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh.
Got him.
There's some damage.
How much?
That's a lot of damage.
Total of 18.
How would you like to finish this warg?
I guess as I bisect him in this case, he'd be left rotting because of the necrotic damage.
All right. That's exactly what happens. We're up to Owen and his red brands. So we've got a total of 6 attacks against this warg between them on the one that's on you.
They better hit, I swear.
Miss. Let's see what's the plus. I guess I can fill this page now that these goblins are all gone. Get a plus. Okay. So 2 misses by Owen. The guy, first one that arrives, gets a hit. 1 hit. And that's gonna be there. Okay. Okay. Then we got 2 more attacks coming from the other guy. Okay, and so he's starting to look bloody now. And now it's Hallia's turn, and she finally runs up to get an attack, and she misses. And now it's the warg's turn, and he misses everybody. He wouldn't have hit anybody's armor class. So now it's your turn again. You got warg. He's starting to look bloody. He's the last one alive on this battlefield.
The warg is?
Yes. And you're right on top of him.
I'm going to say...
And he's kind of surrounded between you, 3 red brands, and Halia.
Alright, let's just do that inflict wounds
Okay.
again. Because I have... okay, yeah.
Real quick before you do that. Bouvor got his last saving throw. He's stable.
He's stable. Okay. Well, yeah, alright. So, I don't have to worry about him. So I'm going to do inflict wounds. Does a... It's not going to hit.
What is it?
A 10.
Nope.
So, quick question. If a spell does not hit, is that considered using a spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Deacon, you're up.
Is the warg on him all that's left?
Yes.
My hex is going to jump to that warg.
Okay.
I'm going to move over a bit and then go ahead and use a Misty Step to teleport
Okay.
in and stab.
Okay.
Stab.
Okay.
Oh,
What was it?
it's a 5, but I don't know what your pluses are.
Total 12.
Barely misses.
So now there's this other person that just like appeared out of nowhere.
Okay, finally get a hit. There. And he's still alive, but we've got more red brands. He's probably going to die here. Okay. There we go. That does it. So after you do that, there's just kind of a bunch of slashing of swords between all of you guys. And this thing is just getting torn to shreds. So, yeah, there's 6 of you now. Between you two, 3 red brands, and Hallie are all just slashing at it.
That's great.
No finesse, just murder the thing.
Yeah.
Bucket finesse.
Beavor's down on the other side of the road. Nigel's down kind of outside the circle. And there's just a string of goblins and wargs that are dead.
Can I stable anyone who's not stable?
Everybody's stable.
Okay, everyone's stable.
Which is crazy that Buvor just got all his things. But so Nigel and Buvor are both down. And we'll be up in hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, who knows?
Can I do? I'm gonna use my last spell slot. I'm gonna heal Buvor.
Are you doing Cure Wounds or Prayer of Healing?
I can't do Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
Because that's a level 2 spell slot.
Okay.
Which I should have saved it, but
That's okay.
yeah. I mean, I'm assuming we're gonna get along. We're gonna have a long rest in a few. So I'm just gonna use Cure Wounds on Buvor.
Okay.
So equal to 1d8. All right, so plus my ability modifier. What's my do I take Wisdom for my ability modifier?
Yes.
Yes.
So that is it's not very good.
It should be Wisdom and your... does it say Spellcasting modifier or does it say...
It says a creature you touch regains number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay, yeah, that'd be just Wisdom then.
Alright, so he gets a 6. He gets 6 health back.
Alright. So he kind of gets up and he's like, oh, what just happened? Did we win?
We sure did.
Yep.
Yes! And he starts getting up and you see some townsfolk come in just dragging the bodies out and leaving them kind of in the woods.
Can we search the bodies really quick for any gold
Yeah.
or any sort of notes?
As you're searching for that, I'm gonna calculate how much XP you guys are gonna get.
Yeah.
Because I didn't take that into account when I started this fight, either.
Hopefully we get a good chunk of XP.
Probably.
Haha, level up time. Here we go.
And with that, Yimik's story has just now come to an end.
Emix story?
Yep.
What do you mean?
The goblin.
Oh yeah, he just wrecked him. That was crazy. Just out of the woods from nowhere. Just...
I'm gonna say you guys all take 250 XP.
250. So that'd be 1,660.
You guys still have a decent chunk to go until level 4.
Alrighty. So is there any good spoils on the dead bodies?
Yeah, let's see. Probably. So the wargs don't have anything because they're just wolves, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
The goblins, they have 60 copper. You might want to write this down. 60 copper.
Each or
Just total. this is what you guys come up with: 60 copper, 27 silver, and 15 gold.
Okay.
Which that's between 5 goblins. Goblins don't really have that much.
So 60 copper.
60 copper, 27 silver, 15 gold. And all their weapons are pretty bad, so you probably can't sell them
Yeah.
for more than like a copper piece.
Just for the materials.
Okay, I have to go pee now after that pretty awesome fight. That was also just took a long time. So what you have here, if you guys want to, this is the scene as we were about to go on break. If you guys want to plan, you guys have Nigel and Bouvor, and you guys are kind of talking to each other, and you see Halia and the Red Brands kind of talking to each other, and then you guys can approach them afterwards or whatever after this break. If you guys want to formulate what you want to do next, I have to go pee so bad.
Okay.
So, going to break.
We walk out with Bouvor settling things with his
His
old
father. Maybe we should talk with Bufor before we get on the road
man. Right.
about what his thoughts are about what are the possibilities.
Right.
So, you guys had some time to talk. Food Wars kind of chilling. So, what are you guys' thoughts? Because I heard a little bit before I went back to.
I think we should go. Let's go chat with the Red Brands and Halia and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we're gonna approach.
You guys want to tell the audience what you guys are kind of thinking?
Yeah. So our
viewer.
our one viewer. Yeah. Well, our basic thoughts right now are to we're gonna obviously do a long rest, but we are gonna talk with the people we're fighting with just to get their thoughts on things and possibly. I don't know if we should. We're kind of debating if we should tell them the full truth or not when it comes to why we have this bugbear guy here. But our end goal is to.
Well, there's a debate of succession for the crown of the Cragmaw Kingdom.
Yeah.
So.
And we're trying to end that debate to save our friend. Get Nigel out of there, who hired us at the beginning, and he's the one.
Who?
Nigel, right? Not Nigel.
Nigel's with us.
Yeah, Nigel's with us. Scratch that.
Gundren.
Gundren Rockseeker, who hired us at the beginning of this campaign to do this for him, and he kind of started this whole adventure for us. So, we're kind of gonna go rescue him, but they needed this gentleman to solve the problem of who's the next heir. So, we're debating on how we should go about that sort of thing.
Right. We know that there's at least one bugbear that wants to take the crown. There's a hobgoblin that takes crown. We just took out Yemic, so that's one contender out of the picture.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he would have been much of a threat. Now that I think about it.
Those wargs are annoying, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Big time. So, yeah. So I think we should go talk to the Red Brands and Halia.
Okay. So you guys are walking over to her?
Yeah.
Okay. Call this 10:10 p.m.
That was some great fighting back there.
Oh, thank you. That was a little close. I've never had such a close skirmish with the goblin before.
Yeah. Man, we weren't expecting that, I'll tell you that much.
I knew that he probably had reinforcements, but I wasn't expecting all those wargs to jump out the trees.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing with this bugbear here?
He's a comedian we met back in Posac.
Oh, okay. Is he friendly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's really nice. He's a pretty funny guy, too.
Hey, I'm Bouvor. Prince Bouvor. Alright, well, I guess... Hi, Bouvor.
Hi, Bouvor.
So, how'd you guys know to come back to help us?
Yeah, well, we were just actually on our way back. We were kind of... we had to do a run to see if we were actually going to take out this goblin, because obviously he was mad at us. If you couldn't tell, we kind of tricked him using some rope.
Is that so?
Yeah, and he obviously wanted blood.
Well, why didn't you take him out before? It looked like you guys took him out in less than 2 seconds.
Well, at that time we were surrounded by his minions and wanted to get out of there.
Well, this time you were too.
Yeah, but we are significantly stronger now and kind of have more of a rhythm. Also, we have more people with us as well.
That's fair.
So, yeah. So we just wanted to get out of there alive, and not have. We had also a sick friend with us. We didn't want to have to worry about his health. And
Oh yeah, Sildar, right? He's still sleeping right now.
Yeah.
He would have been nice in this fight, wouldn't he?
Sure. You really would have.
Yeah.
Well, we can't have everyone awake at the same time. But this is Owen. You guys met Owen already, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you remember you told me to go back to my daughter, right?
Yeah.
Or was it my son? Well, I have two. I have a daughter and a son.
Yeah.
I didn't mention both of them before, but I do have both.
Well, yeah. Well, that's
Well,
wonderful.
Well, yeah, I decided it's probably better to protect them. So, and while I was about to leave, And when I saw all this commotion happening, so I came out here with Halia, and then we got these fellows over here.
Yeah.
Well, they left. You can see those Red Brands walking away, but we decided we're gonna be better now.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate your guys' cooperation and willingness to actually just protect the town for good rather than kind of the little terrors of it, if you will.
Well, I wish everybody was that way, but a few people have fled town.
Yeah. Do you think this town is not going to be safe anymore in the sense of just stability or being able to fend itself off from small attacks like these?
Well, I think we proved that we can handle ourselves decently, and this was only a few of us. There's probably about 10 of us still.
Wonderful.
So,
wonderful. Sounds like you guys will be doing just fine.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't really ready for this quickly, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think Halle is going to try and help us, or Sildar, or somebody. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. But
Yeah. Wonderful.
yeah, if you guys ever want to come help us, get better at fighting or protecting, just let us know. I mean, we're kind of just used to being hooligans, and
Of course, happy to kind of rein that in a little bit and to maybe offer some lessons. Are there any other people who have any magical abilities in this town other than possibly the priest? I don't even know if she does though.
I really don't know. I don't even know what magic really. I mean, I saw you guys do some magic, but I don't really ever see that happen.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah, I understand. Sorry, man. I don't. Wrong person to ask that question.
Right.
Well, I need to go tuck my kids in. I'm sure they're probably worried about me, so I'm gonna
Yes.
go. Hallie, I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? All right, sweetie. See ya.
Ellie is great. Yeah.
So, what's your guys' plan from here? I see you got your friend down.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah,
Again.
we're gonna bunk in at the end tonight, and depart again in the morning.
Yeah. Just gotta finish up some work.
Yeah.
We actually, you remember Gundren, right?
Yeah, I didn't really talk to Gundren, but I
Right.
remember him
Yeah.
coming in town.
We actually have a lead on him, so we're gonna be figuring that out very soon.
Yeah, we got some negotiations in the works.
Oh, is that why you got this bugbear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hopefully that works out for you guys. Well, Boover, is that your name? Boovor. Okay, Boovor. So is this gonna work out where y'all aren't gonna be attacking us anymore? I mean, that's kind of the plan. Hopefully, as long as you guys don't attack us. All right. Well.
Maybe you guys could even open up some trade between you guys when it comes to food or,
They both look really uncomfortable. I'm like, yeah, we'll talk about it. Very awkwardly.
Okay.
Alright, well, you guys need anything from me right now?
Just making sure you're doing okay too.
Yeah.
So you take a few rough hits.
Oh yeah, I'll be good. I just need to rest up a little bit. And she's at her, 2 health, I think.
Out of curiosity, I know one of the things that we need to do. Do you know anything about the old owl well? I know it's a little bit up north.
Yeah, let's see. Do I know anything about the old... Let me think for a second.
Because I know that's just a place on the way that we're thinking that we've heard about some stuff going on up there, and we needed to give it a check. We just didn't know if you had any more information on it or anything. Because we're going in blind.
Well, I was talking to Darren, and he said there's been some undead over there. I really don't have time to check that out with
Of course.
the business and stuff. I'm trying to stay around here. I do know, it's a very old well. It's not just a well. There's the well there, but there was a very ancient civilization. So ancient, they said that it was before Tepilame era was when the well was originally built in the tower.
Wonder if it has any connections to the mine.
I think it's older than the mine, honestly.
Can we ask Nate and Nigel about if...
Well,
You mean the guy who's passed
Oh,
out?
yeah.
But yeah, it's really old. I know different people have, kind of taken over that area in the past. There was, I think the orcs actually used it as kind of like a camping ground whenever they attacked the mine so many years ago.
Right. Orcs don't strike me as necromancers, though.
No, they're not necromancers, but there have been other people, 6,000 years. It's older than 6,000 years old, so plenty of people have occupied that since the original builders. I don't know who they were. Rumor has it that it's older than Tibilime. So.
Wonderful. Thank you again for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You go. I mean, I guess you got a big day ahead of you tomorrow. You need to probably go.
Yeah.
Rest up.
You rest up and get ready for business tomorrow.
Patch up.
Well, nice.
Can I possibly try to do a healing thing on her, like patch her up at all, or no? Help her out, or no? She probably won't accept. She's not gonna accept any help.
Well, you don't really have anything you can do to help her.
Not even like a bandage.
You can bandage her. It's not gonna help her health, but yeah, you can.
Oh, well, never mind.
You can bandage her up though.
Jeez, I'd have to roll for that, wouldn't I?
No.
Alright, well, I guess I'll just try to,
Okay.
help her out a little bit.
Yeah.
Give some guys.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
That helps a lot. It stops the bleeding. Wow, I need to shave my arms again. Alright.
This woman saying that?
Yes. That's not me saying that. I don't shave my arms. And yeah, she kind of walks off. And
You still have a fireball scroll, my guy.
We do still have a fireball scroll. Right, it just requires the appropriate knowledge to use it.
yeah, if you try to use it now, I think you would have to roll Arcana, is what it is. I would have to look that up, but
Right.
Okay.
it's just easier to save it till you have the spell slots for it.
Okay. Alrighty, well, let's hobble our way to the end and grab knock Nigel here.
Okay.
Drag him with us.
Okay.
Go
Let's
back to
get
the
you to
inn.
bed, buddy.
Yeah.
So you
Long
guys-
out of the town.
You guys are taking a long rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go into the inn.
So we'll say your long rest will end at 7 a.m. You guys have to sleep for 6 hours of that, but you guys can take 2 hours to do other things if you want.
Okay.
That will put us at April 6th
Nice.
on 6435 TE to build May era. Double check on. Yeah, 6435.
So we're at full health, right?
Full health.
Full health, full spells.
Nice.
Boober kind of pulls you guys aside and he's like, hey, if you guys need any help in a fight, I can tell you guys a joke and it can help you guys attack better if you guys laugh at it. But I can only really do that like twice before I go to sleep again.
Okay.
Okay.
Huh. This is gonna be interesting.
Same if we're taking a rest, they say laughter's the best medicine, and if I make you guys laugh, I can help you guys heal a little bit too.
Okay.
Okay.
1d6.
1d6 on a short rest. AKA he's a bard, so if you guys want to use those features when you're hanging out with him, he has bardic inspiration and song of rest.
Nice.
Okay.
They have bard colleges. He's the college of comedy, which isn't one. Just so you know, I just made up one.
Homebrew.
It's not actually homebrew. I just reskinned the lore college to be comedy.
That's funny.
So, anything from the college of lore he can use at the appropriate level that he's at. So, yeah, if you guys want him to help you in combat, you can get Bard Inspiration is 1 die, and it's a d6 that you can add to your attack
Okay.
or skill check. So, there you go.
Is it easy to tell one bugbear apart from another?
It's easy to tell Bouvor apart,
Because he's super skinny.
because he's skinny for a bugbear, more slender. Really depends how, it's kind of like, Some people can't tell different dogs apart, but if you're around, like if you see dogs a lot, you can easily tell them apart. So it depends how much time you spend around bugbears. And how distinct that specific bugbear looks like. I know it's a very roundabout answer.
Right.
I'll be the round.
Like, would we be able to take another bugbear and dress them up like Boovor?
Mm-hmm. Wait, why would you want to do that?
It would be difficult, but it's
You
possible.
have to do a workout.
It's the same thing as trying to get a human to pass as another human, or someone to pass as a human.
Right.
In just any situation. It's the same. Like, that's a really difficult thing to pull off unless you're really skilled at it. So yeah, it's possible, but it's really hard. And it's probably harder since you aren't a bugbear.
Right, but seeing as we do know another bugbear, and if there's the chance that that other bugbear is still in the vicinity, if that bugbear wants a chance at the crown, dress him up like Boovor. That way, Boovor doesn't have to feel weighed down by the title ship.
I mean, you can try.
I don't think we should. I think Boovor would make a great king in the sense of like, yeah. So, can I talk with Boovor for a minute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one-on-one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apart from Deacon.
I mean, do you want to be in the conversation? I'm just gonna talk to him about like his plans as king. Yeah. I mean, you can be with us. Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah. So, hey, Boovor, do you feel like, what would you probably do as king? Like, what would that mean for your kingdom and for this town, just in general?
For Phandalin?
Yeah, because I know last night I mentioned trade, but you didn't seem super thrilled about that. Neither did.
Well, when's the last time you saw bugbears and humans trade?
I mean, you obviously were living in town with a whole bunch of humans and whatnot.
Yeah, but that wasn't trade. That was me trying to make a living as a bard.
Yeah, but regardless, you as a king, you can break that stigma around that. You have a way with your words. You don't look like a typical bugbearer. There would be that.
What's that supposed to mean?
In the sense that, like, you probably wouldn't. They wouldn't think of you as the same. They don't think of you as the same as an average bugbearer. You have a lot more kindness in your heart compared to what people normally think. You have a way with your words and your comedy that's able to reach people more than.
That's why I was getting booed off the matinee, right? Obviously, I'm not that good with my words.
But regardless, they never saw you as a threat or something to be concerned about.
Yeah, a single bugbear who's bad at comedy is a lot different than a king of an entire kingdom of goblins.
Yeah, but also with that power, you can also use it for good rather than. You also don't seem like you're going to cause trouble. You just seem like you're going to maintain your kingdom rather than trying to expand it through conquest against humans. Unless that's your goal.
Well, not against humans, but I'm going to probably kill the Elven Enclave. Mm-hmm. Specifically. I mean, that's been going on for a long time, the Elven Enclave and just the Goblinoids and Cragmaw in general, but...
How did something like that start?
What's the story behind that?
And
how would me being half elf? I really don't know. How would that? I don't know how that would make me feel because also like, I don't think I have a strong connection with my race.
Are you asking this out of character?
Yes.
So it depends. It's like
because like I'm half elf, so I don't know how that would make me feel.
Well, it's a different elven society. It's not
like the one so I have like no.
You have no connection to the society.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you knew they existed anyways. It's just so it depends how you feel about any elven society. Like if you're like, I love all elven society no matter what, then you'd probably be upset by it. Mm-hmm. If you're kind of just indifferent towards...
I would probably be relatively indifferent.
So yeah, then you probably wouldn't care.
Yeah, because I just didn't know. Because I know I looked and I was like, I'm half elf. Hold up. Like, okay. Alrighty. I'm probably more... I probably care more... My character cares more about religion rather than...
That's what it seems like, because you were raised
by
that religion versus like...
Yeah, I have no race doesn't really mean much to me, it seems.
Yeah,
So,
and you're only half elf, but yeah, I mean that's up to you. It's your character.
Yeah,
What
no, I was
you-
just curious.
How they would react to that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Alrighty.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna keep attacking the Oven Enclave, but you know what trade I would be open to, and this could open the door potentially to just trading with you guys in general more than just this deal is actually he wouldn't know that. Never mind.
He wouldn't?
No, I was about to say something that he wouldn't know.
Okay. Metagaming.
He might know about Gundren Rockseeker stuff though, if he's been in Thosek.
He would know who Gungeon Rockseeker is, but he wouldn't know about the mine.
You wouldn't know anything about the mines?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't know anything about the mine at this point.
Okay.
Right.
That's not to say that will
He probably
change.
need to know about it, seeing that that's what the fuss of
How
the
long
is.
was he away from his family? Because like you said, like he was been trying comedy for a little bit.
Yeah, that's not something you guys just know unless you like want to ask him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, okay, yeah. I mean, well, obviously we like, yeah, never mind. It's just like.
I mean, you can ask him,
Yeah.
but I mean that's just kind of been unspecified up to this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Is there anything else? So yeah, maybe we could even strike up a deal with you later on, and maybe help you with this, Elven Enclave or something. Maybe further on, if that.
Perhaps find out that perhaps work with you in some way to find a more
Beneficial arrangement for all of us.
right.
Man, if you guys wanted to slay some of these dirty Elven Enclave grimies with us, I'd be super open to that.
Yeah.
Right, or we might be able to try more diplomatic route.
We could always try that too. I mean, we could always. I mean, I don't know. I also don't know the history between your race and this Elven Enclave, specifically this outpost of Elven Enclave.
Well, all I've ever known is war with the Elven Enclave. Of course, my father united all the tribes of the goblins. The goblins warred with each other just as much as we did with the Elven Enclave.
Mm.
Of course, it's easier to unite goblins with goblins than it is goblins with Elven Enclave, so.
Yeah. Also, are you concerned about when you do assume power? Because before we came and got you, there was, well, we've taken care of one of them now, but there's now at least two other people that have their eye out for the crown as well. I mean, how will your presence be able to maybe stop that from happening, or are you worried about someone coming for you?
Here's the thing. Nobody's gonna just come behind my back and try and kill me. When we get back, I assume my father's gonna give me his Morning Star, which is very similar to mine, just better, because it carries the weight of the king with it. I believe you humans and elves, you guys have crowns.
Mm.
We have a Morning Star that we use.
Right. The attitude I kind of got from him, though, it was still going to be a trial by fire type thing.
Yeah, so you guys mentioned there's some other people. See, I don't really know about all this. Nobody's going to the way we work, nobody's going to stab me in the back. I'm not worried about being killed in my sleep. What will happen, though, is he can issue the Morning Star to me, and with it, there'll be a ceremony, and he'll make a declaration along the lines of, in terms you guys can understand, if anybody wants to challenge the new heir, this is a free space to do it. And so then people can show up, and we can have a fight. And whoever wins the fight becomes the next heir. So if I get killed in this fight, I'm just done. I'm dead.
Do you feel confident in your abilities, though?
Do you guys feel confident in my abilities?
Not with that last fight, but I mean, your other fight, you curb stomped that one guy pretty good.
I mean, we'll see.
we could even.
The start of the fight numbers were against us. I mean, if we're talking about like a one-on-one, I'd say.
I mean, you guys. Let's be real. I haven't seen the people I'm up against.
Should we disclose that?
Well, there's the other bugbear.
There's another bugbear who was here. I don't know if you know him or not,
Musk. Musk.
I don't remember his name.
Oh, Mosk?
Mosk.
Yeah, Mosk. Oh, shoot. I forgot about Mosk. Yeah. I mean, we're pretty equal. I probably could take him.
Okay.
I mean, you guys gotta realize, I grew up fighting the Elven Enclave. I have experience.
To be fair, our first confrontation with him, we almost smoked him. But
yeah, he's probably healed up by now, but he was knocking on Nizu's door pretty quick.
I don't know who Nizu is, but
yeah, he was a little crispy.
okay. Well, yeah, I think I could take him. I mean, here's the thing. I've grown up, fighting like a normal bugbear. Like every bugbear boy. I was a good bugbear boy. And now, I'm a bugbear boy bard, so I've got some other tricks up my sleeve that they probably won't be expecting.
So, something I'm curious about. Is the challenge limited only between the goblin tribes? What if there are other outsiders that wish to take rule?
Well, then you're probably going to be challenged a lot more than, like I'll probably, if Mosk wins, I don't know if there's anyone else, but, if one of us wins, people are probably going to accept that. Most goblins even, like, people wouldn't accept. Like, they would accept me because I'm the son of King Groll.
And that cause them to back down?
Oh, yeah, nobody's really going to, you have to have people who are going to follow you still.
Yeah.
There's respectable bugbears. Respectable in our society, is killing Elven Enclave.
Mm.
Mosk has a shot because people respect him. Ymik would never. People would always challenge Ymik, except for the little tiny goblins. But
yeah. Also, we need to make sure that you're on our side for this. When you become king, we have a dilemma on our hand, and it sounds like your father is on our side on this. There is an enemy called the Black Spider. Does that name ring a bell for you? And the name of I know they're probably relatively recent before you left. I don't know how long ago you left society.
Yeah, I remember hearing rumors about this Black Spider.
What do you know about them?
I mean, he's some dark elf. He's some big shot in the underground world.
I'm surprised a deal's managed to come across between King Groll and the Black Spider, considering history with elves.
Well, our history is with the Elven Enclave. They're more like wood elves in a way. This Black Spider, he's a dark elf.
Right.
And he's powerful. He's a powerful guy. He likes to manipulate from behind the scenes. I don't know if you guys have even run into him. He kind of likes to manipulate.
We've run into some of his stuff. He is trying to manipulate.
Yeah, like this town. He's been trying to get a hand on that for a while now. He's heard of some legendary forge.
Right, which is why he's after the dwarf.
Yeah, that's why he's after our friend. And that's actually why we're coming to do this, because we need to get our friend back, to find this forge before the Black Spider does.
I remember when my father first started talking to the Black Spider, that was about the time I was considering leaving anyways. I never saw them really make a final deal. They just talked.
Yeah.
Was he kind of on their side, or was he very hesitant? Because to us right now, it sounds like he doesn't wish to be in contact with them anymore, and that's why he would like you to...
King Groll definitely liked the power that the Black Spider was proposing. The Black Spider deals in power.
This could be a setup. I'm thinking about it.
But I didn't like the Black Spider. So I left. I mean, I didn't leave just because of him. I had my other issues too. I wanted to...
Most other contenders have also been under the impression of not liking the Black Spider as well.
Yeah.
Really, Mosk seemed to love the Black Spider.
Well, he probably was just trying to talk his way out of dying, now that I think about it.
Right.
But...
I don't know if you guys remember your conversation with Mosk. Mosk said he wasn't going to betray the Black Spider because he was scared of him.
Yeah, because he wouldn't even tell us information about him.
I specifically remember him telling you guys that he thought that the Black Spider would kill you if you guys encountered him. something along those lines.
Yeah. So we just need your reassurance when you are king to maybe stop dealing with the black spot. We want them gone, and we want to help.
Listen, I hate the black spider. Okay.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You want to check if he's lying? You can.
Yeah. Where's that? So our insight check will be 8. I'll do a plus insight. Where are you at? Intimidation. Where's insight at?
Insight is a wisdom.
So it'll be a plus 6. So I got 16.
I mean, he looks like he's telling the truth. Here's the thing: you guys are like eating with him, and you guys have spent some time on the road with him. I'm assuming you guys have had some small talk with him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys kind of have that rapport built, and he seems relaxed around you enough that he's. I mean, like my body posture is literally his body posture, where he's like leaning back in his seat, and he's like, "I hate the black spider."
Mm-hmm.
He's not saying that with like looking around or like. He seems like he's just being genuine with you.
Okay.
So seems like he's just being chummy. Yo. Yeah, guys, I don't want to deal with the black spider.
And we have your back when it comes to them as well. We want you to know that. They seem to be manipulating too much and having too much power. And any power we can take away from them, which it seems like we already have started that with this town.
I don't know exactly what happened with him and my father after I left, but,
Because would your father... Because what really blows my mind right now, and why we're kind of concerned, is your father doesn't. It seems like he doesn't want anything to do with them right now, and he's on our side because he as of now he tricked them.
I wouldn't necessarily describe it as King Groll on our side per se. King Groll is on his kingdom side.
Yeah. But he tricked the black spider and is keeping them busy for us. So we can come and help you out and
right.
get you to the kingdom. Because it sounds like he doesn't want to deal with this anymore.
Anyways,
so it sounds like he kind of got caught in the spider's web, and now he needs me to come cut him out.
To put it bluntly, yes.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. My father always wanted me to be king, and I really didn't want to deal with some of the stuff that he was into, and so if he must be desperate.
I mean, if we're looking for, at least for the benefit, we'd be looking forward together, perhaps in the future, exchange information as to whatever's gathered on the Black Spider's movements.
Yeah, and even just helping you out from time to time as well. Just because, obviously, when you want to continue a good relationship with your kingdom, and
because with what it feels like is about to boil over, King Groll is going to have a war on two fronts. One for breaking off with the Black Spider, and then there's the Elven Enclave.
Mm-hmm.
We need to find a way to at least break apart one of those fronts.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. People, us goblins, will value goblin-centric kingdoms. So breaking off from the Black Spider can be a good thing. But if the Black Spider is supplying with us something, they will be okay with it. So if you guys want a good relationship between our kingdom whenever I'm king, I can help you guys out, but you guys have to help us out, or else my subjects won't be happy about it, and I will be challenged, and there will be the chance that I get overthrown.
Of course.
Were there any relations between Black Spider and the Elven Enclave at all in history?
I don't know.
Are they, from your experience, are the Black Spider a relatively new organization? Because I know you mentioned that they were around before you left. Were they just establishing a relationship with your guys' kingdom before you left?
Well,
and how long ago?
I don't know how long the Black Spider's been around. He's a dark elf, so he's from the Underdark. At least I assume he is.
Right.
What would I
can't imagine his organization having anything much to do with the Elven Enclave.
Yeah, that's what I don't think he does. Either that, or he couldn't get a hold with them. He started talking to my father, but I'm not very familiar with the extent of his operation before that. I know that he seemed very powerful, enough that my father was attracted to that power and wanted to get a taste of it for himself.
Have you ever met him in person?
I haven't.
Yeah, okay. What were his subjects like in the sense of just who you guys talked with the most? Was it messages? Was it written? Was it actual people delivering messages? Because I know when the last time when we came to see your father for the first time, we ran and there was obviously I think 2 of them from the Black Spider.
That was that we're having arguments with King Grohl.
Yeah, they didn't look too pleased, but they at least know of our presence.
That was probably Virith.
What do you know about them?
Well, she's a dark elf. And she works for the Spider. She's one of his lieutenants. He has another lieutenant too. Let me try and remember his name. Virith and Valak are the 2 lieutenants that we've had contact with, that I had seen. I know that my father probably has personally met with the Spider at least a few different times.
So Virith and Varith?
Valak. But yeah, they're the lieutenants. I don't know how many lieutenants he has in total. I just know these are the 2 that have dealt with this part of his operation. They could be his only 2 lieutenants. They could be 2 of 100 for all I know. But those are the 2 that we've come into contact with. Our points of contact, as far as I know, are Virith, Valak, and... what was his name? I think his name was... They normally call him Black Spider, but I've heard him called... I think it was Nesnar before? Nesnar, the Black Spider.
What was Nesnar? Was he...
He's a dark elf.
He's a dark elf?
Yeah, they're all dark elves, everyone that we've talked to.
So this Nesnar is the supposed leader of the Black Spider.
Nesnar is the Black Spider.
So there's a difference between...
Nesnar is the Black Spider.
Okay, so he is the leader.
Yeah, Nesnar's the leader. Virith and Valak are just his lieutenants that we've talked to. I assume my father has met with the Black Spider personally at least several times in order to.
Wonderful. So...
Oh, there is one other thing I remember about him. He is a gifted user of magic.
So maybe before we take them on, we should get some magic nullifying stuff.
I feel that sounds counterintuitive to me, but...
At least on him. Like, be able to, like, not on ourselves, but, like, you know, get, like, a breakable potion bottle and chuck it at him and hopefully nullify some of that. I don't even know if those exist. I'm just throwing random stuff out there. If we take him on.
Just keep to your faith.
Yeah, you forget that you've proven you guys are, capable magic users on your own right. It's not like you don't know how to use magic and you're just like, this guy's just going to be like Doctor Strange to you and you're simply like...
Doctor Strange.
You forget you've already taken down a powerful magic user. Well, powerful as in powerful at your level. Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, I guess. Are you ready to get on the road?
I guess so. I will point out you guys have been talking to him for like 45 minutes, so which is cool. I like that, but it's now 7:45 a.m.
Okay.
So you guys probably were talking over breakfast, I assume.
Yeah. Onward and upwards, right? Yeah. What does Droop, my little goblin in the bag, say? Or what does he think about some of the stuff that's happening?
He's still asleep in your bag.
Okay.
At least throw a piece of toast in there for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna bust out a piece of toast and just like wave it in front of the bag and like wait for his little hand.
Thank you.
No problem. I say in Goblin, of course.
Cool. Cool. Are you guys heading out now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything you need to do in the town? I mean, I can always come back and do some stuff later. This is more time
Right.
sensitive.
What about you, Nigel? Is there anything you need before we head out?
Yeah.
Let me make sure I got an empty book. I kind of want to take notes on this whole Goblinoid kingdom happening.
Yeah, I suppose this has potential into making history.
Yeah, history of the making right here.
Yeah, it's nice to keep records on this stuff, and you see that he already finished a book during this conversation. Pamphlet, more of like a pamphlet. Just based.
Oh, sorry. And I know this is going to be a huge side note, but as we're walking, can I talk with Nigel about the history of the well, now that he's awake? Like, as we're walking to the castle place.
Yes.
Like, I mean, this is going to be, of course, in a couple minutes.
Yeah, let me... I normally just make this up as I go, but let me see if I...
I know I make this up as I go.
Well, I'm talking about weather.
Yee.
I like the weather to be kind of random, but I normally just kind of like roll, and I'm like, this is probably what that means. So, okay.
We'll divide up the gold and copper and silver after this session.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a normal day. There's a light breeze, but it pretty much feels like it does today outside. Actually, I don't know what the temperature is. It's like 60s. So yeah, that's where you guys are at. And as you guys are walking, and so you said you want to talk to. So give me your order as you guys are walking, just in case something happens. I don't know if it will or not. I'm just.
I'll probably be in the front with Nigel.
Okay.
Straight chillin'.
So Equius and Nigel, and then you two in the back.
Yep.
So then you got.
I'd probably be listening to the conversation, but paying more attention as to what's around us.
Okay. Go ahead and just do a perception check. Since you're paying attention, and I'll let that kind of just be your perception as you go. Unless it's really bad.
13 plus 1.
13 plus 4. 17.
17? Okay. So I'll make a note of that in case something happens there. Yeah, so you guys are walking, so you can feel free to have a conversation.
Yeah. So Nigel, I know the last battle you were kind of passed out when we were talking. Mm-hmm. So I know one of our side things is to go to this well up ahead, and I was talking with one of the women after the fight, and she talked about how this well used to be part of a lost civilization that even predates like 6,000 years ago. I feel like this is right up your alley when it comes to history. What can you tell me about this well that's up ahead a little bit more to the south?
Oh, are you talking about the Old Owl Well?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it in a book. Go ahead and roll history for me.
How come he has a +3 on... You know, Nigel, you're useless to me. You got a 5.
Let me roll this one. It's been a good roll. Okay, what's his plus?
+3.
Okay, yeah. He has a book, so...
He has a book!
So, as far as I know, this is very old. I don't know if you've heard, but it's rumored that it's older than Tabilme, which that's about as far back as our recorded history goes. So we really don't know what the world was like before Tabilme. We know that there were the old gods, and so yeah, we know that there were the old gods, and they ruled, so it was a different society. There weren't humans. Humans only got on the scene around 6,000 years ago. And there weren't really even elves the way we know them at least.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't elves, there weren't dwarves. A lot of the creatures who were alive were more like orcs. Orcs, goblin type creatures, monsters that we don't really see that much anymore. Creatures that sometimes are in the Underdark. So we don't really know what kind of people built this. If they resembled humans, resembled something else.
Mm.
But we know that it was probably powerful magic, extinct magic in a way.
Kind of makes you wonder if there was if the civilization that took place before our current one, if you were saying that they're more resembling of orcs, goblin kind, and such, that kind of makes you think that today's goblins are basically the descendants of that civilization.
It's definitely possible, and that's actually a theory that some people in academia have. So there's actually a complex set of books that say what you said in a more complex way that make them sound smarter.
Right.
But yeah, that's a very prevalent theory. We're not quite exactly sure, but what happened. There's a little bit of a difference because people talk about like the old gods, which we only have bits and pieces of information, versus the goblins today worship these certain gods. So we're not sure exactly how that lines up, where they descend from. But yeah, it's something along those lines. But I think there's some probably dormant magic there.
Right. Hey, Buvor, seeing as you and your people call the woods, the Posek Woods, Cragmaw Forest, do you perhaps have another name for the Old Owl Well?
No, we don't really go around Old Owl Well. But I mean, at one point, some tribe was in charge of it. That was actually the second largest kingdom. Was whenever they took control of that.
Why did they stop taking control of that? And why isn't this well still being studied today as much as it used to be?
We don't really study.
Well, I know, but even then, like Nigel talked about how there's dormant magic and things there. You would think that scholars would come in droves to this well.
That's just a hypothesis from me. It's a dangerous place because goblins will take over it, orcs will take over it. It really, I think there's dormant magic down there. I think that's why there's this attraction by different militaries whenever they pass through this area to kind of camp out there. And I don't think they know what draws them there. I think there's a dormant magic down there. It's just the theory I have.
So it could be a dormant magic that's causing the necromancy as opposed to someone else that's rifling around.
Yeah, because we got information that you were there. I would think we got information of undead being there.
Yeah, it could be dormant magic causing the undead, or it could be someone with more information than we have.
Do you think that would be a good place to check out in a little bit? Definitely.
I don't think it'd be a bad place. Plus, you don't like the undead, do you?
Oh, of course not.
So there's I don't see any harm in going to check it out.
Okay.
Hey, Buvor, what sort of gods do your people worship?
We have a shrine back in the castle to Lupo. Oh wait, no, not to Lupo. To Maglubiet. Lupo's the priest. Sorry, I haven't been there in a while.
What do I know about the relationships between the gods again? Can you make a PDF and print it and give it to me since I know a little bit more about the religions and things, just so I won't have to keep asking you.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. You can make a religion check. I didn't make this one up. This is actually a part of the.
Okay, let's do 14 plus 4, so 18. So obvious, I would.
So how much did you say total?
18.
18. So I'll just read you some stuff about him. He's known as the Mighty Winter, the High Chieftain, chief deity of the goblins, hobgoblins, all that stuff. He's a war god and leadership god who ruled over the goblinoid deities with an iron fist. So he's known as the Battle Lord. That's kind of like his deal. He's like an 11-foot tall goblin, and most of his depictions with black skin and flaming eyes. Yeah, and so it's just kind of like he's just like a very like what you would expect from a goblin god.
Sounds pretty metal for a goblin.
Yeah.
Based.
Yeah, and so he would be classified more either like as an old god or a forgotten god, which is like before Tabilame. So he probably is less powerful now than he used to be.
Where is he in the relations of the gods? Is he kind of off to the side?
Yeah, so like the current ruling pantheon that people in this area worship are mostly related to each other. And so I made this kind of...
Incest is incest.
I made this kind of vague exactly where they came from on purpose so I could retcon it without actually retconning it. And so it basically was like the first generation of gods was like the chaos, and then the chaos formed logic, reason, emotion, order, and the rest of the abstract gods. And then they gave birth to like the sky, earth, astral, ethereal, and the rest of like the plane gods. And then the sky and earth gave birth to a new generation of beings who became, they kind of overthrew the planes, and they inhabited the corpses of these plane gods. And that's how you have the planes of D&D in this world. And then so then you get the forgotten gods, which is just a big gap of like history that happened before this, of just generation after generation after generation of gods, where they would rise up, overthrow their parents over and over again. Till you get to the old gods, which was the last generation, and then you get the new gods, which are the gods that are in control now.
So this goblin god is actually one of the old gods that.
Yeah, so he's like
before,
older.
but before the Tabilame.
Yeah.
Which like the generation right before Tabilame though.
So this is where I made it vague on purpose. The people in this world, they know that there's like that idea that there was like gods after gods after gods, but they don't know like, much about the gods before. So you just know that he came before Tabilame, but you don't know how far, and you don't know exactly like the nature of that.
Okay, so seeing as the goblins of the Cragmaw kingdom
They
worshiping a old god.
Yeah.
That
kind of like a weakened, overthrown god who doesn't have much power.
Okay.
But yeah. And so I made it vague on like that on purpose. So how old is he? I don't know. Did he come from the last generation? Like he's not necessarily related. So they're like the two gods that I gave you. Just let me look at their name real fast because they're really not that important. But they're like the parents of the ones. So the old father and the old.
Now I'm just kind of getting this Mayan Aztec feel from Goblin Organization right now.
Kind of. It's kind of what it's ending up being. So, Mako and Ivor were the old king and queen of the gods. Those are the only old gods that I've really like created. And they gave birth to Tabilame, Kothis, Nazum, Meridian, Navigus. That's where you get the new pantheon starts there, and it's their children.
Did they overthrow their parents?
Yeah.
So that's just common for gods to get overthrown.
So Tabilame is just the latest. So Ivor was the king of the gods.
How close are we to these current gods to being overthrown?
You'd have no idea.
Because how long does it last?
You don't know. That's the thing. Because like the way the human
history
history
was lost to that.
Yeah, your history goes back to 6,435 years ago. Tabilame overthrew Ivor. Human society as you know it started.
Right. So it could be possible that at least the priesthoods of the goblins, the shamanistic priesthoods, might actually have more of a word of mouth history of what might have actually gone down.
Yeah. And so there's really not much lore for you to find out there.
Right.
And that's like where it's like also like I can pull gods from the D&D worlds that normally are there, like this one, and just be like, yep, they exist as a forgotten god.
Okay.
And because there's who knows how long since the creation of this world to now, you just know this period when this god overthrew it. So it's kind of like it's cryptic on purpose so I can change the history.
Okay, no, you're good. I just was curious.
But yeah, I like this conversation. I hope that makes sense, kind of how that works though. It's almost like how Ragnarok is like a cycle, except for instead of the sun gods being reborn, it's just new gods take over, and then they might have new races. So you can think of a lot of monsters belonging to
The old gods.
an old time.
So, hey Nigel, sounds like this priest Lupo might be someone for you to talk to on some more of those theories.
That actually might be interesting. Good thing I brought my books along.
Yeah.
This is exciting because normally it's not that often you get a chance to study goblin culture, because goblin culture from the outside is typically kill you. So this is the anthropology happening here is fascinating to me.
And I'll say so true in Goblin.
I don't even know if Nigel speaks goblin.
What?
Does Nigel even speak goblin?
Nope. Probably not. Backgrounds. Ice days, water skin, magic.
Language is common. Though technically you should get 2 additional languages for having an intelligence modifier +2.
I'm gonna assume he doesn't. Cause
Okay.
he doesn't really
That
have a reason
would make
to.
for a funny interaction.
Right.
But you can assume that he probably can pick up on it pretty fast. So yeah. So that's kind of. I mean, that's an interesting conversation of like, where does the goblins fall into the Old Owl Well? And Old Owl Well basically comes from to sum up what this whole conversation started as, the Old Owl Well comes from just a time before Tibilime, a
Okay.
kingdom that you don't know.
So is there an old god before Nizu that took the role of death?
To our knowledge, no. I mean, yes.
Yes,
There was.
probably.
There was overthrown, but I thought you said there was like earth gods, and then the children became more diverse.
Well, yeah. So that was the very beginning.
Mm.
So it starts with the chaos. The chaos has the abstracts has the planes. Then the planes gave to gods. That's when it really was like gods.
Mm.
And then who knows how many generations? 100, 5, 6 million? Who's to say?
Yeah.
Right.
It makes it easy for my side of writing if I want to just pull something out like this guy's older than this one.
Yeah. When I
took a page out of comic books where they'll like leave stuff vague on purpose so
Right.
they can retcon later.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what to do. Well, it doesn't really matter because it doesn't impact the story right now.
Mm.
Except for this is old.
Yeah. Would I know this if I did a history check?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what Nigel's.
Yeah.
And
Like what would I know about the old god of death before Nizu?
Nothing really.
So I can't do a history.
Unless, well, you can. I just don't have it made up.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What is it?
What was it?
It's a 19 plus like what? Religion. So that's like that's a 23.
Okay. So I will tell you this then.
Retcon. World building.
Since you're making me just pull this out of thin air, Hukos was the
Hukos?
Hukos was the god of death, and this I'm assuming that you're telling everybody this.
Yes, yes.
He was the god of. He wasn't so much the god of death as he was of the underworld and the afterlife, which is different than death. Keep that in mind. And so his symbols. The only symbol that you know of right now was wheat, just like a grain of wheat, or not grain, but like what's it called? A stalk, a bushel of wheat. Was the only like surviving things you see as commonly bushels of wheat. You don't really know much of what he was like, whether he was aggressive, which that's actually a lot for being a forgotten god for you to know his symbol and what he was the god of. One legend.
So the afterlife.
Yeah, he's the god of afterlife and underworld. One legend that you would probably know about him was the time that he the time that he doubled the size of the world. Now, what does that mean? You don't know. You just there's a ancient text that you guys have, and all that, and it's in the temples of Nizu now, and that's the only surviving text about him that you know is about him, and you haven't translated more than the title, and the title is "Time That He Doubled the Size of the World."
What a straightforward title. I like it.
It's a very archaic text. So.
Sounds like some sort of
Aren't you glad you got a good role and made me make up lore on the spot? And that's why I made it vague on purpose, so I could do stuff like that.
Yeah. How close are we getting to the castle?
You guys are in the middle of the woods now, and you actually... I have some really bad news.
Oh, no.
It's a good thing you've been paying attention to things happening around you, because you're noticing... I rolled for this earlier, but it's a good time to put it in. Of course, I have like a small gap between this book that I roll on and the screen, and every time I feel like the die run into it. You see 4 orcs, kind of decent distance away from you, but there's 4 orcs, just on the path ahead.
Do I speak Orcish?
And you guys aren't hiding, so they're gonna see you pretty quickly.
So I speak Common, Elvish, Dramatic, Dracanic.
Dramatic.
I speak Dwarvish and Goblin. Okay. So, yeah. So I don't know Orcish. I don't know what it's called.
But yeah, they're kind of walking down the road, coming towards you guys.
Do they see us?
They're about to, but
Can we duck?
But Deacon sees them first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to point them out to you.
Yeah. Are they armed like they're looking for a fight, or are they just?
Yeah, they look like it's a raiding party. Not like they're coming looking for somebody to rob or kill or steal from. Or they're scouting, but yeah, they're looking for a fight. So
even if we were to hide and they were to walk past, they could be headed towards Fenland.
they could be.
At this time of day, they know they'd be walking to a death trap.
They could also be they're like scouting, or they're trying to like rob somebody on the trail. That's what you know, because like they're definitely not peaceful right now. Like they want.
But they don't see us right now. But we don't know.
Well, they're about to, so
yeah,
you got to move pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I just kind of like give everybody a nudge, point them what's up ahead.
How far are they ahead of us?
About 70 feet.
How tough? Do I know how tough they are? How tough? Like how in previous experience, do I know how tough an orc is?
I mean, they're tough. They're renowned for their barbarism, and they all have great axes. A lot of them wield great axes.
He said, "Oh."
But here, I'll tell you this: it's a 4v4 if you guys fight them, because you got Buvor and you 3, and there's 4 of them.
Yeah, and if you said 70 feet, you can tell us and warn us to hide.
4 barbarians are. We're all a little more squishy in comparison.
Well, they're not they're just orcs.
Right.
But yeah.
Your call. Have you warned us yet?
Yeah, like I gave you all
Okay.
a nudge, and
Should we duck into the trees? Wait for them to pass? Stealth it?
maybe duck in and get a jump.
Buvor is like, look, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna fight them. I don't care if you guys do. I'm gonna hide real fast and get the jump on them too. But if you guys want to sit this one out, you can. But I'm gonna get the jump on them.
Okay, let's get the jump on them then.
Yeah.
And he rolls off the table. That one tries to also.
Are we stealthing it? So we're gonna
well, he hops pretty quickly into the trees. You see him.
Alright, I'm gonna hop into the trees as well to stealth it. I get a 15. Ooh!
Yep.
You're
I'm gonna
literally
be a
hidden.
sneaky little guy.
What about Nigel?
Nigel, don't fail us now. Ooh, okay. That's okay.
Plus 7. And Nigel's got 17.
Okay, so I'm going to assume you guys are in the same order, which would mean Equius and Deacon are both on the left side. And Nigel and Bouvor are on the right side. How long are you guys waiting to jump on them? Are you waiting till they like are in between you, so you guys are all like one-on-one, or are you waiting till like they're behind you and you can like go ambush them, or like what's your plan basically?
How grouped together are they?
They're basically how you guys were walking, just like, you know, walking side by side, like 2 pairs, one pair in front of the other.
So we get a surprise round.
Well,
Yeah, you guys are gonna get a surprise round on them.
Yeah, I'm wanting to start things off at least with casting Shatter on them.
So you'd want to do that. How big's the radius on that?
10-foot radius sphere.
Oh yeah, you could do that with them, and yeah, you could do that.
Creatures must make a Constitution saving throw. Creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a.
I just want to know how far you're letting them get before you guys jump on them.
When they're roughly about 50 feet, I'll.
Like away from you?
Yeah.
Okay.
This way, they'd really have to book it to try and get to us while we have the range advantage.
Okay. Okay, so are you waiting till the 2 front ones are 10 feet or 50 feet from you? Or the back ones?
When the 2 front ones are within 50 feet, so the back ones would still be in the circle of
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody roll initiative. And
Wait, do we all? So this is our prize round.
yeah, you're gonna get a surprise round, but just easier that way.
So I get a +2 whenever I roll. You're a 5 plus 2, a 7.
Okay.
So I have a 22.
Okay.
Nigel's got a 7.
Okay, so we're gonna go Deacon, Bouvor, Equius, Nigel, and then those orcs. Those poor orcs. They're gonna die before they get a turn.
Really?
I assume so. If you guys get 2 good rounds on them before they can attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Right, so
Let's see what happens here.
I'm gonna shatter things up. So they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Where do they have to be?
They have to beat a 14.
The one in the back gets a 14. The other one in the back gets a 16. The 2 in the front get a 1 and a 5 respectively.
So 3 of them get hit.
3 of them get hit.
Yeah, the 3 of them, they get full damage. The one that saved gets half damage.
They get 4 damage, you said?
Full damage.
Okay, so what's roll damage for that?
Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of damage. So 19 damage
For all of them?
For 3 of them.
for 3 of them, and the one that saved gets half damage, and any non-magical objects that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage. Okay, so
Okay.
Oh golly gee. Are they just gonna be fried?
3 of them, they pretty much disintegrate with everything that they're wearing, so that there's just nothing left. The other one just like looks stunned out of his mind, and you see Bouvor just charge and jump with his Morning Star. That's a hit. Okay. Oh, holy crap! He didn't get a hit last round, so I forgot how much damage he gets to do. With it.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, and he just smashes their head in. He looks at you guys and he's like, "How's that for not being able to fight, suckers?" And then he turns and he just keeps bashing his head in. And as you guys are coming towards him, he tosses you a copper or silver piece from him each. I had 3 silver on him.
Okay.
And you guys can each take 100 experience points.
So that's one. We're at 1,760. Right?
Yep.
That
One
was-
silver piece each.
That's funny. One combat that lasts like 45 minutes. Another that takes like 10 seconds.
Right.
That's crazy.
One well-played spell changes the whole outcome of the battle.
Also, when you get the jump on them versus when they get the jump on you.
That was great. I didn't think they were that squishy.
Well, I don't know if they normally are. I'm going by the ones from this book. They might be a little bit squishier than normal orcs.
I think higher level orcs actually have a class to them, and that's where things.
Oh yeah, these are just because these are like the foot soldier orcs. Because there's like orc war chiefs. There's ones that are like more like they're basically clerics, and then there's ones called wargs. So yeah, there's different levels to them.
Okay.
So these are like the easiest orcs you could fight.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
And they had battle axes on them.
They had great axes on them.
Great axes.
Well, they don't anymore. They're gone.
Right. Well, there's at least one great axe remaining, right?
There is one great axe remaining. Do you want to examine its condition?
Yeah.
Okay. It is. What's the actual? Here it is. It is in good condition. Not great, just good. As in, you could do some work on it and sell it at close to full price, or you could sell it at probably like somewhere between half to 3/4 price.
What's the current price? What's the worth of it right now?
Of a great axe, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but they're decent. They're probably like 10 gold pieces, is my guess. Again, I don't have the player handbook right here. It's probably over there, but you could look in the player handbook if you really want to know,
Okay, we'll do that
or you
later.
could look it up. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're. I mean, it's enough that it's worth carrying.
Right. I mean, if it's still in good condition, that means it can still.
It's in a way better condition than most of the weapons you will ever find on somebody. I will put it that way.
Unless it's like a boss.
Yeah, but I'm talking about just a normal like random encounter. It's probably the best condition that you can find it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's grab it then. Cool beans.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I guess we should continue on to the castle, right?
Yep.
Onwards and upwards.
Okay. So you guys get there without any more hitches. You guys have had some really good conversations on the way, and you guys are there. Are you guys? Which way are you trying to go in this time? Are you guys gonna go to like the front gate, or are you gonna go back on the way that you came, the last time? Like the little secret entrance.
Let's go to the secret entrance.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are approached by some goblins. They're like, "Oh, we see you've returned." And they look at Boover and they're like, "Our prince." And Boover's like, "Yep, it's me."
He's just so chill. He just doesn't care.
Alright, let's go, guys. Let's go talk to my dad.
Okay.
And so walks in, and King Grohl's in there, and he's like, "You guys have done it. My son. Come here." And they don't really embrace, but they just kind of like look at each other, and
They do that.
he's like, "I can set up the ceremony now. It's time. I can rest in peace. when I finally die. He's like, I'm sorry, Dad, that I ran, but I heard that you were dealing with Black Spider. And then he catches him up on what's been happening. Basically everything that you know.
Instead of who we've killed and
of the Black Spider. I made a deal with him. We were gonna rebuild the castle with this, but it's more trouble than it's worth. So now I hired these guys, and now I've got problems with people trying to overthrow me. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, your dwarven friend, he's fine. He's actually eating with Lupo over in our little shrine area right now. You guys are free to take him. Of course, if you want, you can stay. We're going to have our ceremony. We're going to announce it. It's going to be in about a day. We're going to give time for all the contenders, any possible contenders to get here. And I'm going to pass them my Morning Star. So if you guys want to see that, you can."
Heck yeah, I want to.
Yeah, I think our only concern would be the fact that I know you mentioned that the Black Spider will probably be coming back for our man, for our gentleman Rockseeker here, and you said that it would be in a couple days. My biggest fear is if we were still here during that time, and they came to get him, what would happen? Would you guys help us? Would you guys...
So Virith is coming back. She's a lieutenant for the Black Spider. I really don't want to deal with that, but if you guys want to keep a lookout on when she comes here, you two can go fight her and take care of that yourself. That's up to you guys.
But we won't have your back on this one. It's not, if we kill her, it's not like they're gonna know. You know, you can tell them that we came and stole Gundren Rockseeker.
Well, I'm just saying that's your fight there. You guys can. I'm sure you guys can take one dark elf. I don't want to deal with it in here as we're getting ready for our celebration. It would
kill the vibe.
It wouldn't so much kill the vibe. It would make us have to wait longer because of the rites. And Nigel's like, "Oh, can I talk to you about that?" And Nigel starts asking him. So then he runs you through like, "Well, we can't go to battle within this amount of time before the ceremony, so that the warriors are at peak capacity to fight, and blah 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 blah."
Okay.
And which is crazy. He's like, it's normally very hard for us to do this because you know how much we love to go to war.
Of course, of course.
Right.
But as you guys are just spectators, outsiders, you guys can. It's your fight. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to push this back any longer. I don't know how much time I have left. And so.
Of course. So when did you say that?
Well, she may not even come until after the ceremony tomorrow. So, just in case she comes.
Okay.
We can post a lookout and let you know.
Wonderful.
I suppose get more of a chance to talk with them, see what their actual, at least see what her actual angle is.
She wants us probably dead. She wants Gundren. We have Gundren. They're not going to be relatively friendly to us. Negotiations are probably going to go south, most likely. They were for the Black Spider. I don't think negotiations are truly an option, especially now that when she fully realizes that we're here for Gundren, which I don't think they did before. They just thought we were random people coming to talk with him. I don't know if they fully realize their situation they're in.
I don't know. We were on that radio show.
Call back to episode 1.
That was session 0.
Yeah, session 0. Oh man, really call back.
That's good stuff.
That is true. That is true.
But did they know? I mean, that's divination radio. It's not like they could see the video. It was just
right. But I'm sure that they know that there has been some people working for Gundren. I mean, the trap was laid in the woods to stop us initially.
Yeah, but that was by the Goblin's accord, not the Black Spider's accord.
Right, Goblin that was...
He was under King Grohl.
King Grohl's
Right.
rule, who was, at the time, working alongside Black Spider. But,
At least to their knowledge, because the thing is, this was a small band of goblins that kind of were off by themselves. They didn't really have much to do with the Black Spider, did they?
No, they were connected to King Grohl.
Right.
Okay.
Clark worked. Clark was like Mosk. He worked for King Grohl, who was working for the Black Spider, and Yemick overthrew him and seceded from the kingdom.
And Yemick's
Which
dead.
is why he wanted him dead.
Oh yeah, more good news. Yemick's dead.
Oh yeah, we killed that little sorry sucker.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Magicked him to death.
Magic him to
Well, I'm glad to hear it. What time is it? I didn't keep track of what time it is now. Let me see. How long did it take you guys last time?
Ooh, poppin'. Ooh, pop.
Took us, 6 hours last time?
To what?
To get to the castle?
It took about 7 hours last time.
What foot?
So it's about 3 p.m. now. We'll say about 11 a.m. you guys ran into Orc. The Orc Massacres, we'll call it.
The Orc Massacre.
And now it's 3 p.m. and you guys are at Return to Cragwell Castle.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are free to stay. I think Gundren's about to walk in any second. Oh, you guys made it back.
Yeah.
I'm so good. I'm so thankful. I didn't think you guys were coming back for me.
I told you we would be. You got some faith.
I did. I had faith. I knew you guys were coming back.
Wonderful. So, now that you're fully awake and conscious, can we go somewhere and have a conversation between all three of us? Well, four. Well, yeah, 4 with Nigel. All 4 of us, just so we can hear your side of what has happened, because we are very lost right now. We're picking up bits and pieces, but we want to hear your full side of the story, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure, let's do it. So you guys go off, and you kind of, they give you a room to talk in. They don't really have like a private barracks for guests because they don't ever have guests. So they kind of clear out just like a barracks room, and Gundren starts talking. He's like, "Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what's going on. Let me just start from the beginning. You guys know I'm an investor. I invest in things. It's a new concept. I started kind of coming up with it myself. And so I've made money on several different investments. Make sure I don't say anything I shouldn't.
Right.
I've made several investments. I helped the Uniton turn into the city it is now. I invested in the Rockseeker Brothers Smithies, and my uncles are still running that very successfully. I invested in Divination Radio, and so
Big fan.
yeah, my father, he passed away not too long ago, and so me and my brothers were going through some of his things, and like I said, the Rockseeker Brothers Smithy chain, that was my father and his brothers. They had one in Posek, they had one in Keeley, and so when my father died, we decided to start going through his things and see what's happening there. And we found out that our ancestors are Borean smiths, and that's what led us to really start looking for the mine, for the Fandelver's Pact mine.
Right.
The Lost Mine of Fandelver. That's the title of the book. And so that's what really started us on this journey. We've heard that story before, growing up. We didn't know that we come from a line of born smiths. We're not smiths ourselves, um, and so we started trying to learn a little bit more about how to be better smiths. And then we finally figured it out. We found the location of the mine, and so me and my brothers, Nundro and what's the third one? Nundro and
And now there's a dark elf that's after the pine that's after the mine that the power of the mine offers,
yeah.
but
So
apparently needs.
so this is what happened. This is what happened with me. Nundro, me, and Tharden. We found the entrance. And
You've seen the mine?
we found the entrance. Yes, I was there. And so I rushed back. We camped in Phandalin for a little bit, and then we got supplies, and we found the mine. And so Tharden and Nundra, they stayed back at the mine. And I rushed back to Posek, and that's where I found you guys, and that's where I started getting this whole expedition underway. We found out there was some undead there. There's magic in there, you know.
Yes.
And so we didn't find the actual forge of spells. We just found the mine, and so.
So, undead at this mine. How close is the mine to Old Owl Well?
And also, where is this mine? Because we don't know where it's at. You're the only one that knows the location. And the black spider, also, big side note.
Seems to know.
The black spider is also on your trail.
Yeah, that's what happened. As far as I know, whenever we came back, I got Sildar too, and we got ambushed on the road. And then I started hearing things about this black spider, and so he must have followed us there. So I don't know how I hope my brothers are okay, but I don't know if they've been seen in Phandalin again. Our goal was to use the mine to Phandalin's advantage. You know, open up a site where we could create jobs, create a flow of income for the city.
Yes. And
So-
help it grow.
Help it grow.
From an old mining town to a
So
new
if
fangled one.
Verith's due to return here, it means that we need to be around to capture and interrogate then. If we need to get more information of the Black Spider and your brothers.
That would probably be good. So you want to stay here until we get the dark elf and capture them?
Yeah, I also wouldn't mind seeing how this kingship turns out, too.
Alright.
And
So, how good are you with an axe?
I'd never fought anything in my life.
Okay.
Okay.
We could always use you as bait, but that's a side note. Also, before we move on, you never told us where the mine was located. About where is it at?
It's about 10 miles east of Phandalin, kind of near the bottom of the mountains, the Bardisera Mountains.
Isn't that near the place with the... No, that's not near the place where I have the comb, too, right? Where I have to take the
No, that's closer. That's closer to Old Outwell.
Okay.
So that what he's talking about is like south of here. So you're north of Phandalin by. You're actually pretty much. You're probably 25 to 30 miles north of Phandalin right now.
So mine's gonna be in that tiny little patch of woods next to Phandalin?
Kind of near the bottom of that mountain by the A.
Okay. Right there. That mountain by the A.
Old Outwell is a little bit south of Concian. And Agatha's lair is on a path into those woods from Concian.
Okay.
And then you guys are probably like around that hill in the Posek Wood. That's like directly above Phandalin.
Right here.
And that's where Cragwell Castle is.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Do you think we should go back to the Phandalin and get some resources, and or maybe get someone to help us take down this dark elf?
Well, the Dark Elf's gonna come here first.
Yeah.
If they don't get what they want, then there will probably be an attempt at bloodshed.
Yeah, but you know what we have? We got, where to go? Yeah, we got hold person. That'll come in handy. Up to a minute, as long as I keep failing.
So hold them and then.
We can interrogate them.
So, hold on 2 minutes. So take that time to disarm them.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be in handy. That'll definitely come in handy. Or we can always set up another trap. But anywho, so that's where the mine's located at?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think it's a good idea to use you as bait to...
Absolutely not.
Okay.
That's not what I'm paying you for.
No, in the sense of like the Dark Elf. Is there a way that we can get you to safety, that we're somewhere that you would be 100% safe, other than here? Because if they come here and we fail to protect you, they're going to get you and they're going to know where the caves are at.
Well, as far as I know, they already got the map that I made.
Right. So they know where the mine's going to be.
Well, then why do they still want you?
Because I'm a loose end. I know where the mine is. As far as I know, I'm the only one outside of the Black Spider and my brothers who know where the mine is.
And now us.
And now you guys, but they don't know that. So as far as they know, I'm the last loose end, and then they'll have complete control of the mine if they go take down my brothers.
Maybe. I have an idea here. Do you feel like it would be a good idea? I know I don't know if you want to do this or not, but to keep this also could be bad if we do this. I'm just throwing this out there. We don't have to do this, but this is a thought. We could go back to Phandalin and let everyone know. But then they would all. But the problem with that is they also then could be considered targets. But the world would know about this mine, and it's no longer a secret. And that way, someone could, if we failed, go after the Black Spider and go after this.
The idea here in hiring you guys is to help us get control of the mine so we can open it up and employ people. But once we have control of the mine, once we start having security, protecting from attacks, people are going to know where the mine is. It's not going to be a secret forever.
Right.
But right now, we need to establish control of it. We need to clear it out of the threats. If we tell everybody, they're going to go poking around where it is and get killed by undead that are living there.
Okay.
And so we're hoping just to clear it out of these creatures and start employing the miners. But we want to employ the miners in the town to work there so they can make money.
Right, but now a Dark Elf organization wants what the mine offers.
Well, not everybody in the town can help us with that. So if you guys have ideas on certain people to try and tag along, that wouldn't hurt. But not everybody needs to know where this mine is. And we have to be tactful about who we tell. Because how do we know we tell somebody they don't try and stab us in the back later?
I know a few people we can talk to.
There's at least the miners' exchange.
Yeah, and also the person that helped guard who told us about Old Owl Well. He seems like a relatively trustworthy guy, old adventurer.
Well, if you guys are sure about them, then
Right.
they were definitely viable options.
Yeah.
Definitely not the mayor. He doesn't seem trustworthy.
I can't wait till we get rid of him.
It seems like you're,
I mean, he's not even the mayor, he's a town master. He's just a figurehead to... We're gonna hopefully turn Phandalin into an actual municipality, an actual town, with an actual government, who will actually fall under the control. Right now it's just kind of a place that exists. We want it to actually be part of Samosian.
Of course, and I think
Kingdom.
what would go a long way is, maybe even establishing a temple there as well. That would definitely bring in people of faith there too.
Yeah, that'd be okay with me.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. Yeah, side hustle. Here we go. Yeah.
And here's the thing. Since I brought you guys on board, I want to give you guys a share of the mine. Just a small 3% share, but that means that 3% of everything the mine makes, you guys will be entitled to. And so I need you guys to see this through.
That's 1% each, so that could be millions.
3% each.
3% each? Oh wow, that
You guys are getting in at the ground level of this.
That could easily be a good chunk of change in Norway.
That's how important you guys are to this mission, to this operation.
We are honored. to be part of it. Looks like you'll get to redeem yourself after all.
Yeah. I mean, it was something that was set up by the gods, so there's plenty of value to it.
Definitely.
So what's your plan now? What are we gonna do?
Well, Black Spider's going to continue being a thorn on our side. Undead, it can be dealt with. Black Spider, that's a whole other
We don't know much about their
party of
organization.
people that we don't have much information on. So our next step is to capture and interrogate the lieutenant that's going to be on their way back.
For you. And also, watch this. We'll see how this this fight turns out between and who becomes the new king. That will also dictate what's going on.
Do we have anybody that we have a stake in? Like, do we have skin in this game with the king?
We have people that are more favorable towards us compared to the Black Spider.
Is there any way you can help them?
Technically, yeah, we can kill the competition.
I mean, like, by their rules. Is there any way you can buff them up? Any way you can try and...
Technically, we got I got healing stuff, and I could interfere with the fight without making it look like I'm interfering.
That's what we need. If you can,
I can give the competition some bad luck.
if we can do this without them noticing, that's the key. You can't let them know that you're influencing the fight. But if you do that, then you can get the person that you want. Just do so at the risk of if they find out that we're interfering in their Goblin Games, they're gonna kill us.
Okay. We'll definitely take into consideration of some stuff we can do. Here, these are my 3 spells that I feel like could be of use to us.
Command won't do it.
Command? Yeah, I could like whisper a word in like common that they wouldn't understand, and it would like I could say like drop weapon. I could say like drop, and then they can interpret that however. Like drop to the ground, drop a weapon. I could say pee pants, or just pee. And they'll pee themselves and they'll be embarrassed. You know. Or Bane. Ooh.
These feel that they would be too obvious.
What do you mean?
Like an opponent doesn't wouldn't.
Or just I can say like trip, and they would trip. That could be helpful. Or Bane. This could be useful. Charisma saving throws. Target fails a saving throw. Attack roll. Saving throw. I don't know what this does. Hold on.
Bane could do it, but basically it would be Hex in combination with Bane.
You don't think hold person or I think command could be handy because that can be like I can say like trip or something inconspicuous.
In the case of a magic like command, it would require your target to actually hear you.
Do they have to hear us?
Yes.
It's range 60 feet. And on hold person can be as easy as just like
them suddenly tensing up and not moving is too much of a giveaway. Bane and Hex in combination here actually muddles.
I also have a whole bunch of other spells too we could look at too. Protection of good and evil, purified water, sanctuary,
Yeah, that's too.
bless. Your choice whether target saving throw spell ends. Add the number. So this here. So maybe bless. Detect magic, poison and disease. No, that's useless.
So we have 15 minutes left. I say, this is what I'm proposing. Let's time skip to the next day, to the ceremony,
Yeah.
and play that out.
Look.
That'll give you time to have another long rest and
Change spells.
change your spells that you need to.
Yeah.
And you guys can talk to whoever you want. All the contenders have shown up.
Right.
Spiritual weapon. What's this? So. Do you think bliss would be helpful?
Yeah. These ones would be effects that could get by. That wouldn't seem like a.
Check out that one. It would avoid. I can just cast that at the ceremony and make it so that anyone who's there won't be likely to fight. Easy as that.
So they just end up making their challenge calmly.
What do you mean?
What spell are you trying to propose?
He's saying calm emotions.
Yeah, that'd be really obvious.
Right.
Well, they wouldn't even step forward then.
Yeah.
And so there would be no fight. We wouldn't be interfering with a fight.
I think
at
by
all.
this point everybody knows who the contenders are.
Right.
We could even try to. We can kill the attenders before they get here, right?
I mean, you can. That's an option.
Yeah. And that's not. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I don't know if that's a good option though.
Thing is, we still need a way for Bouvor to actually look like he's coming out on top. Bless. This basically ups Bouvor's his ability to combat. Bane will basically reduce his opponent's ability to combat, and Hex just makes things all the more worse for them. This is for during the ceremony stuff. This will actually work out.
These are all level 2, yeah. So yeah, no level 2 then. Okay.
Ooh.
Right. Okay, so I gotta take out 2 spells then, right? So let's take out command and let's take out command. Well, on a command could be good. We'll take out command and probably.
Yeah. Bless and Bane, they pretty much just look like you're praying to. Like you're hoping.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna set those off to the side. We'll put them up. We'll set them to the side and not get them mixed up. Okay.
All right, you ready for the ceremony?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
This is gonna be a cliffhanger for sure.
They
Where can we be positioned? Like what's the layout of the room so we can be positioned?
Yeah, so I'm getting there. King Grohl takes everyone outside to the front steps of the front door, and he's there, and you guys can be positioned towards the front and around the side right now, and he welcomes everybody. He's like, "Today, I'm ready to pass down my morning star." And he takes it off his back, and it's like, "Bouvor, my son, come accept this gift as my heir." And Bouvor kneels down, and he reaches it out, and then Bouvor takes it from him. And he's like, "This is the next king of the Kragmaw kingdom. Rise, my son, as the new king. And he stands up and says, "Thank you, Father. I will wear this with pride."
How does the crowd react?
A lot of them are like cheering, a little rambunctious, and he says, "Everyone form the circle of death." And a circle starts forming. I assume you guys are probably trying to position in front.
Yeah, can we, how big is this circle?
It's about 30 feet in diameter.
That is absolutely perfect. Wow, okay.
Are you guys going to try and
Wonderful.
talk to Beaver at all real fast? Give
Hey,
me last
yeah,
words?
yeah. Hey, Bouvor.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
I'm gonna take out. So to cast the spell, I need to take out some holy water, and.
Well, you have your shield as
As your
focus,
yeah.
so you don't
Yeah.
need anything that doesn't cost. If it doesn't cost money, you don't need it.
Okay, then I'm gonna bless him. So whenever the target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. So he gets a +4 on his attack.
Okay.
Up to a +4.
Up to a +4.
So you're giving him bless.
Yeah.
So what are you saying to him to make it look like you're not?
I'll say like. I'll be like, I'll say, bless you, child, as you send people to greet in the zoo.
He nods at you in understanding as he enters the circle.
Yeah, so
And
he's
then-
been blessed.
King Groll yells, "Will any contenders to the throne step forward?" And you see Targor and Moss kind of step out, and they're kind of forming a triangle at the edges of the circle. And he says, "Contenders, get your weapons at the ready."
And then during this time, can I cast Bane on?
Yeah. Let me see the spell card for Bane real fast. I just need to...
So all I'll do really quick is I'll just like.
So there's a verbal and a hand motion that
Oh.
you need. So how are you going to do this?
What do you mean by verbal and a hand?
You
motion?
have to, like, it requires words and it requires hand motion. So how are you going to do this? So I need you to make a sleight of hand roll.
Okay.
Or sleight of hand check.
Golly gee, a sleight of hand check. Don't fail me now. Where did my dice go? There it is.
And what are you saying kind of like to disguise it as you're doing this?
I'll just kind of.
Just say something like to the underworld with those guys.
Yeah.
My bet's on Bouvor.
Yeah, I'll say. I'll say, Nizu watch over these souls, and I'll just kind of like close my eyes and just kind of do that as I like speak.
Okay, do sleight of hand to make it.
Gosh, where's sleight of hand?
It's under
There we
dexterity.
go. Oh my gosh, it's there. Oh boy, what is that? Wait, is that the yeah? Huh. So that'd be plus. Where'd it go? Where's sleight of hand?
Dexterity probably.
Dexterity. So it's a +2 to 4, so 16.
Okay, that works.
Is that a good one?
And Groll goes, "Let the fight begin."
So they.
And you see, so what you said, Bane. So that's
they
that's
get,
the opposite of bless, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
they have to do. So I can do up to 3 creatures, with Christmas saving throws. Whenever our target fails.
Oh, they have saving throw.
Yeah, so they have to make Christmas saving throws.
Okay. What's the DC on that?
14.
Okay. Well, Mosk gets it, and Targor doesn't. So Mosk makes the saving throw. So now Targor has to take a D4 away. For how long is it for?
Up to a minute.
2 minutes.
So
for 10 rounds, he's gonna.
Whether a target fails this saving throw, it says whenever a target fails the saving throw, make an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends. The target must roll d4 and subtract the number rolled on the attack or saving throw.
Okay.
So he'll have to do -4 each time.
Okay, so Mosk yells, "I'll have your head, Bouvor!" And he charges at him. And he gets a -2. Oh wait, no, he's the one who made it. He doesn't get a negative. He gets a 1.
He's a 1.
And he starts to trip in the mud as rain starts pouring. And Bouvor kind of goes, "You wish, greyhounds." And that's 18. So that's gonna hit for
Wait, who did this?
Bouvor's going against Mosk, And that's gonna be 11 damage on Mosk. So he whacks him and knocks him back as Targor goes to jump on Buvor from the back, and he does get the minus. So he looks like he's about to connect with him, like really good, and his hand just kind of like slips a little bit and barely misses him at the last second. As
This wasn't.
Mosk does get a hit now on your boy Buvor.
And remember that our boy gets a plus.
Yeah, I added his thing last time. So then that's gonna hit him. And now Buvor's up. And so
Don't forget your...
Right.
Oh, this is intense.
He gets another hit now on Mosk. And that's gonna be 12, 15. Then he whacks Mosk across the head, and you see blood fly out of his mouth, and his jaw looks dislocated, and he's struggling to get up. Targor then runs and back towards Buvor, misses. Mosk gets up and desperately, it's another one. Tries he starts getting up.
So Mosk is like the guy who I cursed successfully, right?
Yeah. No, he's not the one you sticks up.
Oh.
He's the one that you guys wrecked the other day.
Right, yeah.
But he gets up, and as he goes to try and hit at Buvor one more time, he just slips and falls this time because he's just looking really bad off. So Buvor, looking very just not phased by him, turns towards Targor and tries to just slam him into Mosk. And will that do it? That will do it. Wait, that's not what that would be. That would be...
This is intense, my guy.
So, it's max on Mosk, and Mosk is knocked unconscious as Targor takes some damage. And you hear some cracking in Targor's ribs. Targor gets up and swings his longsword at him. And misses, like really bad. And so then Buvor just reaches back his, well, I don't even need to do his bless. He reaches back his Morningstar and slashes at Targor. And just smashes his head clean off with, like, bats it off. It looks like he hits it off a tee. Like a baseball off a tee.
Yeah, I'm just cheering at this point.
And then he takes Targor's sword and walks up to Mosk's unconscious body and just slices it, or like places it straight through his chest to just make sure he's dead.
For the coup de grace.
And he takes his father's Morningstar and he goes, "I'm the new king!" And everybody's just going wild and the rain's pouring down. And then you see people start turning, and there's a figure approaching in the distance as a flash of lightning lights up a dark elf. And King Grohl from the top of the stairs goes, "Congratulations to my son, being the king. Now, we have new contenders. Vararith, they would like to challenge you for the prisoner. Step into the circle of death."
This wasn't part of the plan.
And that's the end of the session.
Alright.
And I used 2 of my spells before this. That's not very cash money. That's not very cash money of him.
So, Mosk is dead, Targor is dead, and Buvor is now King Buvor.
That's fine, I can still double hex her.
Yeah, but now I only have I only have 4 spells, and now I have 2 spells that. I mean, I could use Bane on her. you know. But still.
Okay. So it
Oh,
is
golly
currently
gee.
April 7th, 3:45 p.m.
Oh,
The Dark Elfirith is approaching as you guys are stepping in the circle of death in the Goblin Kingdom.
that was not part of the plan.
Wasn't part of my plan either, it's just when she approached.
I thought he said that they'd keep lookouts to not and warn us.
Well, they were probably looking out before the ceremony, but the ceremony just happened.
Right. Ceremony took priority.
So thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank
Sessions
Thank you. This is
getting really good now. Looks like we're starting around kind of the end of Act 2 with this. This next session will probably be the end of Act 2.
Mm.
Act 3 will probably be kind of quicker.
How many acts is this total?
Probably.
Three?
I'm talking just like typical story, 3-act story.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just a guess. I don't really know.
And then we'll kind of go into free mode from there, and then.
Yeah. So, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week, and thanks for seeing all these Goblin games happening.
Yeah. Thank you guys.